I should settle for first place. Of course. Anybody that had settled for less is crackers.
Yes.
Because I heard Cherie Blair was being lined up for a Baroness title. So I thought, what on earth for? If she can get a title, the world's gone mad. I'll make my own up. So from now on, I am Sir Roland Rat, MBE, OBE, NBC, GCSE. I mean, Terry's got one.
Across from Price. Stapleton. Oh, Price in there.
I should settle for first place. Of course. Anybody that had settled for less is crackers.
Already signs of Arsenal looking more positive in these early minutes of the second half. Ball back. Well, it's an exquisite goal from a player who is really in peak form at the moment. Season's broken apart. There won't have been many better goals scored down the years on this ground than the one that Dennis Bergkamp here for Arsenal. Good ball by Beckham.
Right, so hi everyone, thanks for joining us. Welcome back to the channel. And tonight I'm absolutely delighted to say that I've been joined by the one and the only, the legendary Carl Walsh. The man is absolutely flying at the moment. He's had a lot of success with his channel, and I'm delighted to say, and well overdue and well deserved. I can't say it's not. So anyway, Carl, before we get started, can you just introduce yourself and tell everyone about your absolutely superb channel that you've got?
Yeah, first of all, Warren, thanks very much for having me on your show. It's always an honor, buddy. You know that. I wouldn't miss it, and I'm looking really forward to this now. I think it's going to be a very interesting show here tonight. And yeah, my name is Kyle Walsh, Gunner. Yeah, that's the name of the YouTube channel. And I'd just like to say a big up to every single one of you, because the last video I done is just beyond, it's just unbelievable what happened. I'm after getting an extra 34 subscribers. The comment section, the likes, everything was just amazing. And I am doing the video, and I'm hoping to have that video out tonight, just to thank people for getting my YouTube channel up to 310 subscribers the last time I checked, Warren, which I had 274 this time last week. So big up to you all, and I'm on the road to 400.
Exactly. Oh, what, 400,000, Carl?
Well, I wish though, Warren. If that was the case, I'd be handing me notice tomorrow morning.
Well, mate, the way it's going at the moment, who knows?
Well, sure, Warren, all I'm doing is just spitting facts. I'm spitting the truth, and I say it the way I say it. There's no scripts with me. I just say it from the head, from the heart. Passion is what you see, and that's what you get.
Exactly. It's the only way to be, my man. So, before we get started, I'm just going to go and say hello to everyone in the chat. So, we've got Henry Ray Baker. He's in the chat. He's saying, "Evening, you legends, Warren and Carl. Going to be a great time here." Thanks for joining us, Henry, I hope you're doing well. Lovely to see you. Also, everyone, I just want to point out the fact that Carl Walsh, he's got the link to his channel is in the pinned comment in the chat. So if you just click on the link next to his name, it will take you to his channel and you'll be able to subscribe to him. So if you make sure you do that before the show finishes, I'll be absolutely delighted, and I'm sure that Kai will as well. So we've got Joanne here as well, saying hello, everyone. Hi, Joanne. Nice to see you. Hope you're well. Who else we got? We got the Southern Gooner. It's going boom. Hi, Southern Gooner. Hope you're doing well, Matty. Nice to see you, my friend. I'm really, really delighted to see you, buddy, and I hope everything's well for you. We've also got Acres. Hi, Acres. I'm glad to see you back in the chat. And I'm really sorry to hear about what happened with you getting blocked out of my channel without my knowledge. Just to let you know, that person who did it will not be appearing on this channel again. I blocked them. So you've got no worries on that score, my friend. But it's lovely to see you, and thanks very much for joining us. Big up, Matty, brother, and Volcano Walsh. What else have we got here? I think that's it. Oh, we got Brenny K74. Hi, Brenny. I hope you're well, mate. Nice to see you, buddy. And thanks for joining us this evening. And I think that's everyone. I think we've said hello to everyone. So that's good. Right. So without further ado, Carl, let's get into this because we've got a lot to talk about, my friend. So what I thought we could do, we'd start off, obviously I want to show everyone that's the famous Marble Halls or the entrance, the old entrance to the old ground. Absolutely beautiful stadium. Now that picture, I reckon, is a really new picture because back in the day, that reception desk wasn't there. When I used to go in there now and again in the 80s, where those two windows are, there was just like two windows where you could go talk to people through the window. And that desk wasn't there. And the other reason I know that that's new is because the cannon's pointing the wrong way. It's pointing the way it is on the modern crest. So that's a recent, that's gone in there since the new crest arrived, I'd say. So I'm not happy about that. So what we're going to do, we're going to go through the summer signings, and I'm going to give you some information about each one in turn. And what we'll do, Carl, we'll have a quick chat about each player in turn, see what we think. So the first one is this fella, Riccardo Calafiori. He's 22 years old. He can play as a centre-back, left midfield. Born in Rome in Italy. He cost us 42 million. He's won the UEFA Conference League, Italian Youth Championship, and the Italian Super Cup under 17. This is his career stats last year. He played a total of 33 games, made 6 substitute appearances, played 29 times as a centre-back and twice as a left-back. He scored 2 goals and made 5 assists, got booked 4 times, and suffered no suspensions, injuries or absences. And he also played last season for Basel. There, he made 4 appearances before being transferred, played 3 times as a left back, a left back and 1 as a centre back by the looks of it. Then he received 1 yellow card, 1 second yellow card. So he got 1 yellow card and then he picked up another one, obviously got sent off. and suffered 1 suspension. So in total last year, 37 games, 6 subs appearances. And yeah, that's about it really. There's not much more to say. 4 bookings and one double yellow card, meaning he got sent off. And then for the Italian team, he went to the Euros with Italy and also played 2 international friendlies where he played as a left back and a centre back, 3 times as a centre back at the Euros. So that's that. So in total, he's played 92 times. He scored 4 goals, 11 assists. He's played 41 times as a centre back. He's played 9 times as a left-sided midfielder, 33 times as a left back, and 9 times as a sub. He's had 4 yellow cards, 11 2 yellow cards, meaning the sending off, and 19 red cards in his time. He's just been suspended twice. He's been injured 78 for 78 days by the looks of it. And he's had to miss no games. For Italy, he's played 5 times, had 1 assist, no goals. Played as a centre-back 4 times, left-back once, and a sub once. 2 yellow cards and 1 suspension. So, Carl, what are you thinking about this Calafiori fella?
Calafiori is a player that nobody heard tell of until Arsenal put the bid in to get him. And as soon as we went in for him, everyone was making this fella out to be the next Maldini because he has long hair. Now, I was watching the game last weekend, or I think it was the weekend before that, against Aston Villa. And the commentator on Sky Sports, the camera focused in on this Calafiori. And the commentator on Sky Sports said, he's a beautiful looking fella, or he's a good looking chap, ain't he? That's what the commentator on Sky Sports said. I was listening to an interview with Mikel Arteta, and the interviewer said the same thing. Calafiori is a good looking fella, the team is a good looking crowd of players, and the manager is a good looking fella. What has good looks got to do with winning Premier League titles, Champions League titles? It has nothing to do with it. Now, maybe you could afford this fella at the end of the season to be the best looking footballer in the Premier League. Because I can tell you here now, Warren, I have seen enough of this fella already to know that he ain't good enough. This fella, Warren, I know you have to give players a chance and to settle into a new environment and all this. A game of football in England is the very same as a game of football in Italy or a game of football in Brazil. Football is football. I hear too many excuses for him for players. The other thing is that gets to me, a player is tired. How is he tired? He's playing 2 games of football a week. A man who's tired is a man that works in a factory. It's a man that works in a shipyard. It's a man that's working on the back of a quarter 5-6 days a week, 10, 12-hour shifts. That's a man who's tired. Not these clowns. But this Ricardo Calafiori, people are hyping this fella up to be the next best thing. And to be quite frank with you, Warren, I'm sick and tired of it. Like, I met her here and we'll go on an M&M. This week alone, I've heard numerous people saying Saliba is one of the greatest centre-backs that has ever played for our club. Are you serious, people? Like, how long have you been watching Arsenal?
About 2 weeks, probably.
Saliba wouldn't hold a candle to Martin Keown, Steve Bold, Tony Adams, Colo Torre, Saul Campbell, and Frank McClintock, and the rest of them, David O'Leary and all them fellas.
And Pascal Segan.
Yeah, Pascal Segan. People need to calm down, one. The hypes these people, I'm trying to say, and why I'm mentioning Saliba, is because it tries to make these people, players out, to be something that they're not.
I know.
Now, we are trying to win a league title. And I'm listening to this crap for the last few weeks that 2 seasons ago, we finished 5 points behind Man City. Then we closed the gap to 2 points last season. So now, all of a sudden, we're trying to close the gap this season to win the league. So we have to buy in players to push Man City, to get over Man City. And let me tell everybody here tonight, by signing this California, it's showing me no ambition. It's showing me that we are not going nowhere near Man City this season. This California is not the deal, lads. I've seen enough of them already. And throughout the season, I will be proved right.
100%.
That's what I think. We're after spending 42 million on a player, an unproven player, and it's 42 million down the drain as far as I'm concerned. I think it's a shocking sign.
Yeah, but what is he? 22?
Yeah,
Mate, what's he? Well, we look. I've got the thing on here. What he's won in Italy? He's won a Conference League with Bologna, and I think it was with Bologna, possibly. Let's have a look. Who did he win it with?
yeah, but you see, Warren, just to cut. Sorry for cutting in there. I just said this to you. He's 22 years of age.
Yeah.
He's playing with Bologna in the Italian league.
Yeah. Exactly.
You say there on his charts there when you were introducing him. You said that he spent the time last season with Basel.
Yeah.
Exactly. If this fella was an elite defender of the highest level, why is he not with Inter Milan? Why is he not with Juventus? Why is he not with AC Milan in the Italian league?
No.
Why is he with Bologna?
This is what I was leading up to, because he's won a Conference League title 2 years ago, and that's all he's won at club level, except for when he was playing in the youth team.
Warren, I have another question for you.
And all
Why
those...
is it that it's Arsenal that put a bid in for him? Why did Real Madrid not put a bid in for him? Why did Barcelona?
Exactly.
Why did Man United? Why?
All these competitions he played in was when he was at Roma. He was working under Jose Mourinho, right? So I'm not convinced about him, mate. I think it's another one that was bought because I'm convinced that Arsenal do this. They buy players because they think they're going to look good in the merch and help them sell their merch. Because I'm convinced that this fucking football club is more interested in selling merchandise than it is in winning trophies. I am absolutely convinced that they're more interested in what the profit margin says than what the trophies coming into the trophy cabinet. I've got no doubt about it whatsoever. Everything I've seen since Kroenke's took control of this club leads me to believe that. So, no, mate, I'm not impressed, and I can tell that you're not as well.
Warren, you're just having me saying about getting players to look well in merch, to set the merch and all, and that they're not interested in winning league titles. Warren, let me tell you something. California might look good in the latest new jersey or the latest whatever. He is not good enough to win Arsenal Football Club a Premier League title or a Champions League title. And I'm telling everybody tonight that he ain't fucking good enough.
I'll tell you what, mate, let me tell you something, right? There's a young fella that's going to be playing tomorrow night for the Republic of Ireland by the name of Liam Scales, right? rather have him playing in our defence than this fella.
Yeah.
I would, mate, because he's got the right mentality and he's strong and there's no nonsense with his defending. This fella, I'm not convinced.
Warren, when you see a fella more interested in his headband and his hair and stuff like that, you're in trouble. And telling you that Canon 40 is not the player.
No. So let's move on to this next fella. Is there anything else you want to add about him, Carl?
No, just basically not good enough to get my team to win the Premier League title. Not going to win the Premier League title with him in it.
So this fella, Mikel Merino, I don't understand why we bought him. I mean, I think he's an upgrade on Jorginho, El Neni, and those players. And that's why I said a few weeks ago that I thought he was a good signing because he's an improvement. But if he's coming as a starter, mate, no, I don't think he's the one. I don't think he's good enough. We paid 31.6 million. They must have seen us coming. But he is better, I think, than Jorginho, and I think he's better than El Neni. So for me, he goes ahead of them. But is he good enough to start? Probably not. No, I think he's like first one on the bench. But he's not good enough.
According to Warren, I'm going to tell you, this Merino fella is a starter. He'll be playing left side of midfield in the shackle role. There'll be him, Rice, and Odegaard in midfield. That's 100% fact. 100% fact. Now, let me tell you something about this Merino fella. Once again, we went out, we splashed out 31.5 million on a player that's not good enough. Now, people are sick listening to me saying players are not good enough. But I am telling the truth.
I know you are.
Merino is not fucking good enough. Now put him in midfield with Odegaard and Rice. Sit back and watch what's going to happen. We will be lifting nothing once again this season. Because as far as I'm concerned, this squad that we have right now is a weaker squad than what we had last season. And you try to make sense of that to me because Arteta has now spent 750 million plus. And we have a squad now lighter than what we've had in the 5 years he's been here.
Well, it's fast approaching 800, mate.
It's fast approaching 800 million.
Yeah.
And we're buying players like Mikel Merino. Mikel Merino is 28 or 9 years of age. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he's around 28, 29 years of age. Now, Mikel Merino is that age. Why the fuck is he not play for Real Madrid? If he's the top elite player. Why is he not play for Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Man United? He came to Newcastle. He spent time at Newcastle. He's fucking useless for him.
Yeah, no, I'm not convinced about him either. I think, like I say, I do think it's an improvement on El Neni and
Warren, me and you will be improvements on El Neni and Jorginho.
Exactly. But it's not good enough. It's not.
It's not good enough, Warren. We're trying to win league titles, and we're going around buying fucking shit like this in the summer in the summer transfer window. The transfer window to me is a 2 out of 10, and the only reason why it gets a 2 out of 10 is because we got rid of that fucking Eddie Nketiah and that fucking Nelson. That's the only reason.
This is the thing. This club hasn't got a clue. No one at this club has got a clue what they're doing, Carl. This has been the issue since Arteta was appointed, maybe even before. No one at this club has got a Danny what to do in their jobs. And none of them are qualified to do it. None of them have got the experience to do it. So why the hell were they appointed? And we're now reaping the benefits of this incompetence. Whoever was responsible for employing all these people needs to be sacked because they haven't got a bloody clue what they're doing. But maybe that was the whole point all along. Maybe my point earlier, I was saying a few weeks ago, that the reason they appointed all these people was so they could get away and not be challenged when they start their Machiavellian plans to get this bloody club uprooted and dumped down in Los Angeles. They wouldn't get any resistance because none of them have got a clue what they're doing. Arteta hasn't, Edu hasn't, no one at that club in a senior management position has got an absolute Scooby-Doo what to do. And this is the problem, right? This is why we're signing players like this, right? This guy, he got one start, I think, in the Euros for the Spanish national team, and that was because someone else was injured or suspended, right? Like you said, if he was as good as what people seem to think he is, where's all the other clubs queuing up to try and get him? Do you know what I mean? I just like it baffles me. So it cost us 31.6 million, right? And he can play centre back, left back, and left midfield. He's won the Euros with Spain, but he made one appearance. He's won the German Cup. He's won the Nations League with the Spanish national team, the Spanish Cup with Real Sociedad, and he's won under-19s tournament and under-21 tournaments with the Spanish team. So he's won a few trophies, but I'm not convinced, mate. I'm really not.
Warren, you're on about trophies there. We're bringing these lads into win Premier League titles.
No.
And all I'm listening to is lads winning Yorks under 19s and under 21. Fuck off! Not good enough.
Exactly, because he's only won 2 club tournaments. The rest of them looks like they've been with the Spanish national team. I mean, you and I could play for that Spanish national team and we'd get winners' medals.
Of course you would, Warren.
Do you know what I mean?
Of course you would.
And this is like his stats. Last season, he played for Real Sociedad. He made 45 appearances, 6 substitute appearances, 38 as a central midfielder and 2 as an attacking midfielder. He scored 8 goals and 5 assists. He got booked 14 times, no second yellow cards and no reds, 1 suspension, 2 injuries, and no absences. I have to say I'm very concerned about these discipline because 14 yellow cards, that's a lot of yellow cards, mate. It carries on like that in England and he'll be out of the team quite a lot. So
why? He could be over the team quite up with the injuries he's getting because we might see him to January.
This is the thing. He's got a bit of a track record with injuries as well. So look at his injury record. He's got 20. He's had 25 days out injured throughout his career. 25 different instances, right, of different injuries, right? 15 with Real Sociedad, 4 with Osasuna, 4 at Newcastle, 2 at Borussia Dortmund, in total 25. Now, 15 at Real Sociedad, that's a lot. Right, you know, we paid 242 games and missed 50 and had 15 injuries. That's quite a lot, man.
Warren, my question to you, why are we buying these type of players?
I've got no idea, Carl. I wish I knew, mate. But they're not these. This isn't the standard of player we should be going for. We should be going top level quality players.
I want top elite players.
I believe that part of the reason is because of Arteta, right? Because I think he's got a reputation now around the world about the way he manages people, because he can't manage people, right? We're going to see something in a little while. I'm going to play a clip of the way he behaves in the dressing room, and it's shocking. It really is. And if the stories I've heard are correct, then there's been a few confrontations with him and players, and it doesn't surprise me. So, yeah, mate, this guy ain't good enough as far as I'm concerned. We got this Neto character. Now, this Neto is a goalkeeper, right? Now, Neto has got through his career, I think while he was at Bournemouth, he was captain, which is a good thing. That, you know, he's obviously got leadership skills of some sort. Otherwise, he wouldn't have got the captain's armband at Bournemouth. But this is Bournemouth we're talking about. We're not talking about one of Europe's elites. You know, and if he's happy to sit on the bench, then fair play to him. But he's another one who hasn't won very much. So he's here on loan. He comes from Brazil. He's a Brazilian fella. And the thing that concerns me is that he seems to let in quite a lot of goals, right? Last season, he played 32 games and let in 55 goals. That's a lot of goals, mate. In total, 32 games he played, 55 goals conceded, and kept 7 clean sheets. For me, that's too many. That's too many goals. So I'm not overly convinced, but he's a substitute keeper. He's hardly going to play. Do you know what I mean? But he needs to be given Ray a competition, man.
The goalkeeper situation at Arsenal Football Club is not only shocking.
Yeah.
Now, you think back on the days of the past, we never had a position like this when it came to goalkeepers. We had steady goalkeepers. John Lukic, David Seaman, all the older ones, all class goalkeepers. Pat Jennings saw that. Now, let's fast forward this Mikel Arteta management. This Neto fellas, he's 11th goalkeeper he has signed. Let that sink in. In 5 years as Arsenal manager, this prick has signed 11 goalkeepers and got rid of our number one at the time, which was Martinez. And Martinez will be twice the goalkeeper than the 11 goalkeepers that Mikel Arteta has brought to the club put together.
Exactly.
The goalkeeper situation at our club is farcical.
Yeah.
Now, I'm looking at this Neto coming in as the second goalkeeper to Ray. Now, Ray is a good goalkeeper, not special, good. This Neto fella, useless. Absolutely useless. And he's 30 years of age.
Yeah.
This guy's on his last legs. And what are we doing? Taking him into Arsenal Football Club. I'll just take the shock. I think it's embarrassing. We get rid of Ramsdale. Ramsdale still had a contract with Arsenal. He would have been a decent second to Ray. But we get rid of him. We sent him to Southampton for 18 million. We spent 35 million buying in Ramsdale in the first place. And we're letting him go now for 18 million. And we're replacing Ramsdale with this geezer Neto. Make it make sense.
Kyle, don't you think he's let in too many goals?
Way too many.
Do you know?
32 games, 55 goals.
I want to be seeing a goalkeeper where they're conceding less goals and then they've made appearances.
Exactly.
So if they've made 40 goals, I want to see the fella conceding maximum 30.
Warren,
But this fella's nearly 55.
It's another shambles of a signing. And I don't understand. I just don't understand what's going on here.
Yeah.
And now, just when I had a bad day, what does Warren do? Goes along and breaks my fucking heart. Do I have to look at this prick's name on the screen?
We don't, but I mean, this. I just can't believe that they signed him. I don't understand why. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you go and sign him? He wasn't good enough for Man City. He wasn't good enough for Chelsea, and he's certainly not going to. He certainly wasn't good enough for Liverpool. And I think there was some issues like with Liverpool as well. I think there was a confrontation with another player or something, and that was why he left. But all these trophies he's won, they're all with City, right? He's got no trophies with Chelsea, none with Liverpool. So, I mean, like I said to you, like we could play in that team and be winning trophies left, right, and centre as well. So, for me, that doesn't really mean that much. But look, we got this as well. Like, he was at Chelsea last year. He's played 31 games, scored 12 substitutes. He looks like he can play in a lot of different positions. I suppose that's a good thing. He scored 10 goals. That's 1 in 3 and 8 assists. But I'm sorry, Carl, I don't think he's good enough. And I don't understand why we signed him. He's, 29? He's coming towards that stage of his career where he's going to start going down. He's not going to get any better. He hasn't played for England for a good few years now, I don't think. So, yeah. And you can see, look, all those different positions he's played. He's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different positions and played as a substitute as well. Mate, I'm sorry, but I do not understand why we signed him. Can you enlighten me why you think they might have signed him?
Warren, I think it's an absolute joke. And I couldn't believe that this happened. Now, I have something to say to you, Warren, about this Raheem Sterling signing. I have a contact. And that contact told me we're not buying a striker. Havertz is going to be our main striker. We didn't buy a striker. Havertz is our striker. He also told me that Raheem Sterling was an Arsenal player, and I want you to listen to this now very carefully. He was an Arsenal player, Warren, the day before the transfer window closed. That was a done deal that day. Think about that for a minute. The club loves PR bullshit. I was sitting in here, Del Boy, if he was on the show, he'd tell you. I was sitting in the sitting room and I text Del Boy. And Del Boy is putting up videos show today about Sterling. And I was sitting in the sitting room and I said to him, Del Boy, the transfer window is closed at 11 o'clock. This was about 6, maybe 7 in the evening time. I said, Del Boy, don't be wasting your energy. I said, Sterling is an Arsenal player. How the fuck did I know that Raheem Sterling was an Arsenal player at 7 o'clock on transfer window evening, and it was only announced to the Arsenal fans at 11 o'clock in the last minute? It's all PR, it's all bullshit, Warren. And what another thing? Raheem Sterling is on his last legs. His career is finished. He wasn't good enough for Liverpool. He wasn't good enough for Man City. He wasn't good enough for Chelsea. So why the fuck is he good enough for us? He's going on to 30 years of age. He's after losing a bit of pace. He was never a fantastic finisher. Yes, he can play right wing, left wing, whatever. Don't matter where he plays. I'm telling everybody here tonight, once again, another signing that's not fucking good enough. I'm not excited about this. I think it's a horrific transfer window. I think it's one of the worst we've ever had. I think it's disgusting the way this club treats the real Arsenal fans. And fuck Raheem Sterling. Little fucking prick.
Mate, I 100% agree with you. I just don't understand
By the way, Warren, let's get fucking. I have a few things to say here. Let me get this off my fucking chest, right?
What? Go for it, buddy.
I'm going all out for this. This little prick has gone straight to the #1 charts in wages at Arsenal Football Club. He's on 320,000 a week. This Raheem Sterling. And let me tell you another thing. I'm very quick to come down on Ian Rice, Martin Keown, Ray Parler, and these fucking idiots that talk shit about my club. So let me get something fucking straight. I'm a straight fella. So when I come down on them fellas, I have to come down on other people that I wish to God I never had to. But I'm going to do it here tonight. One of my all-time favourite Arsenal players. I loved him. Worshipped him. A man called Paul Merson. A brilliant football player. Loved him. And I think he's a good pundit. And I like to listen to him. My respect for Paul Merson went down the fucking sink the other night. When I sat here with tears in my eyes listening to what came out of that fucking prick's mouth. He's sitting there on Sky Sports convincing the Arsenal fan base that this Raheem Sterling signing is one of the great signings. It's a powerful signing. It's getting Arsenal to the next level. Raheem Sterling is bringing fucking Arsenal to the next fucking stage, to the next level in your fucking economy. It's a fucking embarrassment. And I'm sick of these ex-players coming out talking fucking shite. Raheem Sterling is not winning us any fucking league title, Paul Merson. He ain't fucking good enough, Paul Merson. And you should be ashamed of yourself for fucking carrying on the way you fucking did the other night about this fucking has-been. Another reach out from Chelsea. It's disgusting the way these ex-players behave. And the things to say. They won't put the wool over my eyes because I love the club. Paul Merson is a Chelsea fan, by the way. I love the club. And I love Paul Merson. And I'm saddened and I'm sick that prick came out and said what he said about Raheem Sterling. Fuck him as well. He's in the same bracket now to me as Ian Rice and Martin Keown and all those other fucking pricks because they're disgusting to this club. PR, getting paid, selling their fucking souls. Fuck the lot of them.
I've got proof of this, people. And then later on, we're going to look at the media machine at Arsenal, and we're going to be looking about what they get up to. But Carl's absolutely spot on. I 100% agree with him, and it's got to the point where I'm that fucking close to walking away from it because I'm sick to the back teeth of this nonsense that's coming out of this club non-stop on a daily basis, trying to justify the absolute bonkers behaviour that they come out with. There's no intention of wanting to win a trophy or to make this club successful. And anyone who doubts that, go and look what Stanley Kroenke said when he bought this club. I did not buy this club to win trophies. That should have been a red flag for every single Arsenal fan out there. Instead of that, we've got people dancing outside the stadium, singing stupid songs, and because we signed a player. I just think the whole thing is just an absolute shambles. And most of these fans are to blame as to what the club is because they're not doing anything to call it out. Mate, I'm absolutely sick of it. I really am. some of these fans, they deserve what they're going to get from this club. Absolutely nothing, because they're scum. As far as I'm concerned, they're absolute scum, and I wouldn't cross the road to urinate on them if they were on fire. I'm telling you, they make me want to throw up. I'm sick of it, Carl.
What kills me, Warren, what kills me is that this Paul Merson, and I'm using Paul Merson. You see that man here behind me, the Mr. David Rocastle?
Yeah.
Merson shared the same fucking field as that man behind me.
But Carl,
They won championships. They went to Anfield in 89.
I know for a fact that man was as passionate about Arsenal as what you and I are. He loved the club with a passion.
Yeah.
He had
don't look
red
at the
and
shit
white
he's done.
flowing through his blood. And the reason I know that is because a good mate of mine spent about an hour sat on the tube chatting to him about Arsenal. The man loves Arsenal Football Club, Carl. Loved it with a passion. He was outside the ground crying his eyes out the day that Arsenal told him that they were going to sell him to Leeds United. He didn't want to go. He would have never, ever have left that club if it had been down to him. Never.
But Warren, he came out with Robbie on AFTV, and this is a few years ago, and he was getting on Robbie. Where's the world-class players with all the money from the stadium and all that? And he was questioning the whole thing. And here he is now, a complete flip-flop. Now he's trying to tell the Arsenal fan base to be happy with Raheem Sterling. That he's a world-class player. That he's going to take the club to the next level. That we could win the Premier League because of fucking Raheem Sterling. Are you fucking joking me?
No,
I'm sitting here tonight, and I'm not professional, but I can tell you all one thing. We ain't winning no league title with the looks of that fucking Raheem Sterling, I tell you that. Or California, or fucking Mikhail Marino, or Neto. Forget about it. It's over.
No, it's just...
And then you have the likes of Merson and these lads, Martin Keown, and all these fucking Egypts, all getting paid to make us out to be fucking this and that. We're fucking nothing.
We're nothing, Carl. And
I'll tell you another thing too, Warren. While I'm at it, I might as well let it all fucking off my chest.
go on, Carl.
Patrick Vieira going around merchandising as well. What the fuck is that all about?
Say that again?
Patrick Vieira was bought into merchandise a few jerseys. What are you saying putting on there? What the fuck is going on with this club? Emmanuel Petit came out the other day and he said facts once again. Emmanuel Petit is the only one. He's the only one that comes out and talks sense. The fucking rest of them are fucking Egypt, one. And I'm sick of them. I used to look up to these lads. I used to fucking cry. I used to celebrate winning league titles, winning cups.
Mate,
I know the same lads are sitting off here giving the PR shit. PR.
Carl,
What the fuck is going on?
I'm becoming more and more convinced that I'm never ever going to see Arsenal win another title in my lifetime.
Not at all. Not with this crowd. Not with this crowd. Forget this.
Carl, I'm 57 years old. I ain't got much longer left. I'm telling you, if we win another title before I pop my clogs, I'll be surprised. Certainly not winning the Champions League.
We're not winning no European Cup competition. We're not winning no Premier League competition.
All
with the
the
likes of these
time,
pricks in
I'm telling
charge.
people here and now, all the time that Arteta, Edu and the Cronkies are in control of this club, this football club will never win a major honour because they don't want to. They don't want to. Again, I'm going to say it again. Kroenke said that he did not buy this club to win trophies. My question to him would be, why did you buy it? I'm convinced I know why he did buy it now. I'm 100% convinced of it. Everything I've seen in the last year tells me that his end game is getting Arsenal out of England and over to the United States. Because he can charge what he wants, he can do what he wants. He wants to take Arsenal and make them part of a World Super League, rebrand it, rename it. And the man's not interested in Arsenal Football Club.
You don't give a fuck, Warren.
No. So let's look at this first team squad, right? Now, there's a couple of issues here I want to talk about. Why is it we've only got 2 goalkeepers in the first team squad?
Exactly.
What happens if Raya gets injured?
Exactly.
Right? We got Neto as our first choice goalkeeper. Who's the goalkeeper sitting on the bench?
Exactly.
Because you won't be able to bring up someone from the youth team, I think, because you have to name a squad for the Premier League, right? And that is our squad. So then what happens? And then we've got to hope and pray that another one don't go down while the other one's out injured, right? Now, the other issue I've got with this squad is we've got 2 players. We've got, 2 players who can play attacking. Well, we've got 4 players that can play attacking midfield positions, right? 2 of them have, one's played an attacking midfield player 4% of its games in his career. The other one has played 14% of games in his career as an attacking midfield role. So that's 2 of them out of the window. That discounts Zinchenko and Leandro Trossard. So they will not be able to play there because they've never realistically, they've never played the role before. So the only other 2 we've got are Odegaard and Kai Havertz. Now, Kai Havertz is being used as our main attacking force, our main striker. So Mikel isn't going to move him to the second striker role or attacking midfield role. He's not going to do it. So what happens if Odegaard gets injured? We got no attacking midfield player. It's a joke, mate. Honestly, we have not got enough in that squad, particularly the midfield. It is paper thin. You've got players covering multiple positions across the field. Right, 5, 6 players. But the problem is they're like each player's covering about 3 or 4 different positions, which is all good and dandy. But what happens if you get 2 or 3 players down through suspension or injuries? Because it does happen throughout the course of a season. Then what? What happens if Odegaard goes and breaks his leg? We are stuffed, mate. We have not got a player. We'd have to completely restructure the way we play. We'd have to use a different formation. We'd have to make an emergency loan signing. It's just fucking shambles what's going on at this club.
Warren, let me get something straight. You take that midfield. I want them out the players there for you. And I'm going to tell you a fact. Jorginho, Marino, Thomas Partey, not fucking good enough. We have Declan Rice, who's overrated and over height. We have Odegaard, who goes missing when it really matters. As far as I'm concerned, that's all we have.
And how can we have Odegaard as being our captain?
It's the shambles. He's not a captain.
It's not acceptable in my book.
He's not a captain. Let me tell you about captain sport. Bruno Fernandes at Manchester United, who's a little fucking rat, and I'd love to grab him in the dressing room because I break his fucking neck for him. Because every time I see him, he's on the ground rolling around. I give him a reason to run around. Little fucking prick. But he came out and gave an interview in a Portuguese magazine last week. And this is the captain of Manchester United. He said, I know we're Manchester United, but I also know we're not good enough to win that league title. But our number 1 target for this season is to get number 4 in the league title. At least to get top 4. That's the mentality of the captain at Man United. Now, we look at the mentality of our captain at Arsenal Football Club. This prick was going around taking photographs, celebrating like we're after winning the Champions fucking League. And what was the photograph for? Fuck all. And then he came out then giving a little chat, a little speech on the final day of the season. And what did he say? I'll tell you what he said. I'll remind the people of what he said. He said, we're a bit disappointed that we didn't win the league, that we couldn't get over the line. A bit disappointed. This is a bit. A bit. I would have given 10 minutes to be in that dressing room after that game because I would have stuck Odegaard's fucking head in the locker. What do you mean a bit disappointed, you prick? This is what I'm talking about. Winning mentality. Captains are not captains anymore. They're all prima donnas, all on £300,000 a week. They don't give a fuck if they win or lose.
So this, for me, is perfect leading to the first video I want to show tonight, right? What this video is a clip of Mikel Arteta having a rant at the players in the dressing room, right? And I want people to listen the first words that come out of his mouth, because this, for me, proves what I've been saying for the last 5 years. We will not win a major trophy while he's manager because he hasn't got the right mentality. So here we go.
Losing, guys, I accept losing. I don't accept these fucking standards. I'm telling you, I don't accept them. I don't accept them, these standards.
Let's start again. Right, here we go.
I accept losing, guys. I accept losing. I don't accept these fucking standards. I'm telling you, I don't accept them. I don't accept them, these standards. It's nowhere near. Nowhere near. And I'm not criticizing your attitude, but attitude is not enough. Courage is not enough. To run is not enough. You have to have much more than that. And it's nowhere near. You agree with me, guys? Yeah, but between you, do it. And demand yourself. That's what I'm telling you in training. Because I see it in training that it doesn't matter to give the ball away. It's okay. Sometimes I go to the next box and I run. No! Because in the game it's goal. When I lose a duel, I'm upset. When I lose the small side of games, I'm upset. Because that's the fucking standard. Because you come here and know you fucking lose. It's nowhere near, guys. It's I'm telling you. Shit!
I feel like against Liverpool.
So, Carl, that for me... Hold on. Well, what have I done? Yeah. That for me just proves to me that we'll never win anything all the time he's manager. Because did you hear what he said? The first thing that would come out of his mouth. I accept losing. Carl?
Yeah, I'm listening to your word. Yeah, go ahead.
He said first thing that he come out of his mouth was, I can accept losing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
What sort of attitude is that you're going to accept getting losing? And then he's kicking off and kicking off and kicking off, shouting and screaming like a lunatic at the players.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sorry, that for me is not the way to motivate a team.
No, he's not a manager. He's not a manager. He's not good enough. He's not proven it over and over again. He's got to prove it again this season. How many fucking years do we need to wake up to this fella?
He obviously it was either at the end of the game or at half time, because otherwise he wouldn't be screaming and shouting like that.
No,
right?
it's the end of the game.
Right. So if it's the end of the game, what he should be doing is sitting down with the players and saying, right, this went wrong today. That didn't happen. This didn't happen. Blah, blah, blah. Let's talk about this. Why do you think it happened? Why this? Why that? What the things like the corner came in, no one picked up the player at the back post. Why did that happen? Whose job was it to pick up that player? Go through it with fine detail, right? Surgical precision about the things that went wrong into the game that led them to losing the game. Not shouting and screaming like a fucking lunatic. This man is not... There is a time and a place for shouting and screaming. I'm not saying there isn't, right? And having people up by the throat, right? But it's not like in a situation like that. he should be going through that and talking the game, what happened and why it happened. I'm sorry, that just shows me how incompetent he is and how it's impossible for him to inspire people. Like, honestly, I can't imagine Carlo Ancelotti behaving like that.
No. He's not, like you keep saying, Warren, he's not a manager. Like, people are saying to me, be happy, Kai. He's not getting us to a certain standard. This is a great one. Be happy that we have, who said it? Someone said it the other day. That we're actually competing. Be happy for what? Compete? I am happy when we win, not compete. You absolute fucking prick. Don't tell me how to support my fucking club.
We're not competing.
And just find a way, Warren. When people are saying shit like that to me about competing and all, it gets to me. And I'd just like to say something as well before we're on that subject about people saying things. That last video that I done on my YouTube channel, some fella wrote in underneath us. Shame on you, talking about Arsenal, whatever. What about the immigrants and the trouble that's going on in Ireland? Why are you not talking about that? Why you just, shame on you? I just wrote in underneath us. This is an Arsenal channel. And my beliefs about my country is my beliefs about my country. You don't know me. You don't know my belief. But once again, Warren, with YouTube and with social media, this is an example of people trying to tell you what you should be saying and what you should be doing. I live for me. I talk the way I want to talk. And I say what I want to say about my country, about my club, my family, or whatever the fuck else. And I face you and I say it to your fucking face. Don't tell me what I should be saying, what I should not be saying, or how to support my club, or how to support my country. Fuck you. I do it the way I want to do it.
Yeah, this is the problem, Cole. You're 100% right. You've got all these little clowns coming in and saying this and that and the other. Well, if they're not happy, why don't they try it?
Exactly.
Go and set up your own channel and do it and say these things yourself.
But you see, what the thing is,
to do it.
You see, what the thing is that we're here. You see, we're trying to speak facts about our club, and we're hurt over the way our club is being treated. And then we have people coming in saying that we should be this way. We should be happy because we're competing.
We're not competing. This is the
Why
problem.
are we competing?
People keep telling that to me as well. Oh, you should be happy we're competing. What have we actually won since he's been here? One FA Cup, which he won with someone else's squad. Sorry, no, it's not acceptable. And he spent nearly £800 million in the process. It's a shambles. He should be winning multiple league titles, Champions Leagues, World Club Championships. With the amount of money that he's been spent, he should be dominating world football year after year after year. He ain't even close to winning one bloody league title, let alone multiple ones. Mate, it's an absolute shambles. This guy is an absolute fucking fraud. He's a trophy dodger, and I want him gone out of his club as soon as possible because he ain't good enough. He will never ever win a major trophy anywhere.
Warren, in my lifetime, I have never seen a manager to be as loved and as protected as this man. I have no idea what the whole fascination is about Mikel Arteta. I am completely and utterly lost.
Mate, I think I know why, right? It's because they've been brainwashed by the club. The club decided they wanted to employ. When Kroenke took over the club, he knew what he was doing. He gave us a big clue when he said that I didn't buy this club to win trophies. And if I'm right, within 10 years, this club will not exist as we know it anymore. It won't. And he knew if he knew that if he employed a like elite level manager, then he would not be able to get away with it. He would not, because the manager wouldn't put up with it. He'd say, no, I'm not having it. It's an absolute disgrace, blah, blah, blah. I'm not having this, and he'd walk out, right? Whereas if he gets someone who's a novice and doesn't know what they're doing, he'd be able to bully them. They would be able to get him to do their bidding. And particularly one who's like good looking, like this manager is, they can use it to sell it to the fan base. That he's young and use all this emotional blackmail, and this is what it's about, Kyle. Because he's got these plans and he knows he wouldn't get away with it with Don Carlo Ancelotti, Brendan Rodgers, or any of these other top draw managers.
Fact.
They wouldn't, because these managers have seen it all before, and they know that they wouldn't be able to pull it off. It's a shambles. This is why Klopp left Liverpool.
Yeah.
I believe that Klopp left Liverpool because he saw what was going on, and he didn't like it, and he knew the way the club was going to go, and he said, no, I'm not having it.
Yeah. 100%. This is happening in football world. There's no doubt about it. There's a World Super League going to come. Football, the landscape of football that we see today will no longer exist. And that's coming.
I know. It's definitely going to happen, Carl. Because the FSA and all these other people, the FIFA have been having meetings about it. The FSA have been talking about it. These people, has been reported on BBC Sport, all these people would not be speaking about it if it was pie in the sky, mate. They would not.
Exactly. And anyone with big platforms is not talking about it, which I think is absolutely shocking. They should be letting the fans know what's coming down the pipeline. And what's coming down the pipeline is football never to be the same again.
No, I'm convinced.
Our club that we grew up loving.
Well, they're going to try to make it happen. When it comes out, what they're planning to do, it'll probably get the same reaction as what the European Super League did. Hopefully.
Yeah. But that squad, the squad, Warren, that we have for this coming season, it's weak. There's no depth. There's no top elite players on the subs bench. Let me get this straight, because I'm sick of this argument. People are talking about Trossard and Martinelli. Let me put this to sleep so people understand. I have been shouting for the last 2 years, maybe more, to say Martinelli. The chap is not a top elite player. Some of the fan base makes this guy out to be one of the best Brazilians that ever lived. Martinelli is not good enough. He has reached his level at Arsenal. And I believe that he needs to move on. Now, people talk about Trossard. And that Trossard is a world beater. Trossard is a good player. Would I rely on him to win a Super League title for him? No, I wouldn't. I think there's better out there. He scored a good goal against Aston Villa, fair play to him. He came out the other day and he played against Brighton. Nowhere to be seen. This is not good enough. We're trying to win league titles and we're drawing games against Brighton in the Emirates Stadium. And people are trying to say to me that we're going to win the league this year. Manchester City has the league title won by Christmas. You heard it first.
I think that City are going to win it again.
They're going to have it won by Christmas, Warren.
Because, like, most years, they have a slow start and then come on strong. Look what they're doing this year.
the traps.
They're flying, mate.
Haaland had 9 touches in the game the other day and he scored a hat-trick. Forget about it.
Mate, the guys...
Let me get something fucking straight here, because I'm fucking... You have to... you see, Warren, you have to be straight. You can't be hiding around. You can't be hiding behind the bush and trying to make people happy. I'm not here to make people happy. I'm here to tell the fucking facts. Yeah. And the facts is, Trossard, Martinelli, Saka, Havertz, Odegaard is not going to win us the league fucking title.
Exactly.
Because they're not fucking good enough. And throw in fucking Jesus on top of that.
100%. Now listen, I just want to draw attention to something Carl was just saying. Right? Carl's absolutely spot on. Right? Whatever Carl thinks is what he says. And I'm the same. You may not agree with me. You may not agree with him. Right? But one thing you can't say about us is that we're coming out and not saying what we believe, because we are. All right? And that's 100% facts. We are saying what we believe. We might be completely off mark, but I don't think we are.
No, Warren, listen, I tell you, I just like to tell the people in the chat, there's no hidden scripts here with me. There's no, I didn't think of what I'm going to say on this show tonight. I had a hard day of work today, and I had to bring the missus over to her sister's house. And then I came down here, and I'm in my kitchen, and I literally went down the stream with Warren. And whatever comes up, and I tell what I feel and what I believe. And that's what, and people, you don't have to always agree with me. Everyone has their own opinions. Everyone has their own mind. But for me, people might say, Kyle, you're mad because I says that Martinelli is not good enough. But for me, in my head and my heart and my eyes, he's not good enough. Trossard starts games, he's anonymous. Jesus is injured more times than he plays.
I think he'll be gone by the end. If not in January, I think this is going to be last season.
This is last season. Havertz not good enough. Saka is a good player, very good player. Don't get me wrong. But I expect more from him because the fan base makes him out to be world class. I've seen him world class.
Which one?
Saka.
Yeah, he's not. I've
seen world class.
He's burnt out, mate.
I've seen Robert Perez at this club. I've seen Andreas Limpard. I've seen Freddie Lundberg. I've seen these great players.
Yeah, but Carl, there's a big difference. You're talking about players who had a manager managing them who knew what he was doing. Now we've got one who doesn't. And you look at the way that the players progressed under Wenger. He was a master of developing young talent, right? He had, in the second half of his time at Arsenal, he was but he knew how to develop youngsters. No one can say that, right? But this manager we got at the moment, there's not one player in that squad who I think he's improved.
No, they're going backward. Martinelli is a typical example. Martinelli has gone backwards.
Yeah, Martinelli and Saka. I think Saka's finished.
Saka is done. Saka is tired. He's worn out. He gets the ball and he kicks it backwards or sideways.
Yeah, I think
comes up with a bit of magic every now and again.
That about going backwards and sideways.
Yeah,
is the manager.
Yeah, absolutely, Warren. But I just feel my heart of hearts. I just feel that the squad of players that we have is not good enough to win a league title.
No, it's not.
And this means that we'll be going in next year into 22 years of not winning the league title.
I think.
And then I hear reports telling me, very strongly telling me, that Arteta has already signed a 5-year contract worth up to 20 million a year. This is coming from the same contact that has told me things that has come true. No. His brother, this contact of mine, His brother works in Arsenal. And he has said that Arteta has already signed the contract. And it will be published in the coming weeks. And if that's the case, Warren, we are stuck here for another 5 years. And what we'll be saying in 5 years from now is this is our 26th year of not winning the league title. And before we know anything, we'll be 30 fucking years without winning the league title, like Liverpool.
Carl, let me just say something here. Sorry to cut across you. Right? I want everyone to know that Carl has got 2 other YouTube channels, right? Now, I've been doing some work for Carl, trying to get these videos into a situation where I can get him onto his current channel because he can't get access to his old channels. Isn't that right, Carl?
That's correct.
Yeah. The thing is, watching these videos, Carl is saying exactly the same things now as what he was saying 7, 8 years ago.
Warren, I think the name of that YouTube, if anyone wants to check that out, I think it's called, type in Kyle Walsh Arsenal, not Gunner. Kyle Walsh Arsenal. Yeah, I look a lot younger, a lot skinnier. But Warren, I did them videos. I was working as a taxi driver. And I just stopped the car or the minibus that I was in, and I just record. Because I was sick and tired of fucking Arsene Wenger. I wanted them out. So that was back in that time period. And here I am still fighting for my club. It's amazing how I'm saying the same things now as I did back then. It's unbelievable, really, Warren. And that shows that the club has moved nowhere. It hasn't progressed to anything. We still haven't won a league title. It's a fucking joke.
I know. It's absolutely shocking.
I'm gone older. I'm gone fucking bigger. You know what I mean? But since those videos, and we've done nothing since then.
I know. It's unbelievable, and it's really depressing, mate. It really is. And like it gets to the point I just can't bear thinking about it.
Now, Warren, I just want to say something, by the way. I can barely see you, Warren. I can see the Arsenal crest, but I can't see any of the chat because I need to go to the opticians to get my eyes done. I need glasses for short vision. My long vision is perfect, but my short vision is horrendous now. I'm at that age. I'm 46 years of age now, Warren. I have to just get on with it now and get the glasses, and that's it.
Yeah, it'll be really good for you, especially if you're struggling to see stuff. You need to.
Yeah, I can't see. I just literally, Warren. I can't see the chat. I can't see that. I can't. There's something there now on the screen. I can't read it.
Anyway, let's move on. I don't want to dismiss what you're saying, Carl.
No, I just want to say, I tell you what to see the chat. If you have said big up to me or anything like that.
Carl, I'm just highlighting people's chats and whatnot. Yeah. So I want to look at the wage bill. Now, this shows that what Carl was saying earlier is true, right? Raheem Sterling was on 325,000. We're not paying all that, but he's getting that from us and Chelsea combined. How that man can justify getting £325,000 a week in a salary, I just find it shocking. And then I was quite shocked to see that Trossard's only on 90 grand. And so is Mikel Mourinho and Jurrien Timber. And we've got people there like Kai Havertz on 280 grand, Jesus on 265, Odegaard on 240. We got some absolute dross earning real high wages, and I just think that's really off kilter. Riccardo Calafiori's on 120, but Trossard's on only 90. Don't make no sense to me because I personally, Carl, I think Trossard's our best attacking player. I do, honestly. I don't know what you think about it.
I just feel that Trossard, Warren, he's a good man to bring on as a sub. If you start him in the game, he goes missing.
See, the thing
So-
he doesn't get that many starts. That's
No, but when he does, Warren, he doesn't do anything to justify him to get a start.
I want him given a 10, 15 game run in the team to see what happens.
Yeah.
But the problem is you've got a situation here. We've got a manager who's proven that he can't develop players.
Yeah.
So, and he can't manage a squad properly so that
Yeah.
people are able to get rests. And like Saka's a perfect example of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The man's burnt out. He needs a rest.
Yeah.
But, what do you think about all the amounts of money that these players are earning, Carl?
For sure, Warren, I think it's shocking, not just our players, but every player in England football, English football, in European football, world football.
Yeah.
I think the wages are absolutely disgusting.
It's shocking.
Why can a man not survive? Why can a man not survive on 100,000 a week?
I mean, I'll be surprised if either of us in our lifetime will earn that amount of money that they're getting in a month.
It could take you about 30 years of working.
Yeah.
Every week to try to make 300,000.
Mm.
Better no.
Now,
Yeah, if you're getting 30,000 a year. Yeah, 30,000 a year. 30 years. So what would that be? No,
Right.
10 years at 30,000. What would that be?
that's 300,000. That'd be the same.
So
as
you have
what?
to work 10 years at 30,000 a year, Warren. You'd have
Yeah.
to work 10 years to get 300,000.
I know, and that's what
He's
they
getting,
get a week.
so when you work 10 years every week for 10 years, this geezer is getting it after 1 week.
Yeah.
It's a fucking
No.
joke, Warren.
It is a joke. But what I want to talk about is the hot topic of discussion that has been with Arsenal fans for the past week or so. And this is business about Declan Rice being sent off. Right? Now, Mike Dean has taken to social media and explained why there was an interview with him that's been uploaded to social media explaining why sending off Declan Rice was right. Because I agree with him. Right, so I want to show this because it explains it.
But they've been told before the season, kick the ball away, delay any kind of restart, you'll be cautioned. He's already on the yellow card, he's got no choice but to send him off, unfortunately.
Is there a measurement for what constitutes kicking it away?
Well, he stopped the restart because Brighton wanted to punt it down the pitch quickly. I think the defender's been very, very clever because the defender knows what's going to happen.
So, Carl, what do you think about that?
It's a sending off, Warren. Let's not make up. This guy's sick of this fan base making excuses. It was the sending off, man's a fucking idiot. But then again, we already knew that when he decided to turn his back on the Republic of Ireland to go play for England. What he done was, he got a yellow card, he got a booking, and then he tipped the ball out of play, knowing well enough that was a second yellow offence. Get off the fucking field, you absolute fucking prick. The red card.
No, I think it was 100%. You can
And
see
people
clearly
ran about on the other side, Pedro or whatever his name was, kicking the ball for Brighton down the touchline by about 15 yards, whatever the case may be. What people don't realise is that ball was out of play when the player kicked it. Therefore, it wasn't a bookable offence.
Exactly.
If the ball was on the field and he kicked the ball, no, he gets a yellow card.
See, the thing is, right, if I'd been manager of that team, I would have fined him. Because he got sent off for nothing.
Warren, this guy is a professional football player. Not just yesterday or today. For years. He knows the law. He knows the rules. He kicked the ball away. Yes, it was only a little bit. He still done it. It's a yellow card. He already had a yellow card. 2 yellow cards equals a red card. Fuck off down the tunnel. That's it.
Mate, I just think it's shocking. I do.
We paid 105 for 110 million for this fella.
Yeah.
And this is what that's what he does.
I know.
Just another fucking prima donna prick. Overhyped. Everyone make him out to be world class. He's not world class. Far from it.
He's nowhere near world class, mate.
Nowhere near world class.
I look back at some of the players that have played that position down the years, right? He ain't in their bracket, mate. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I just find it really depressing, to be honest. So what we're going to do, we're going to move on, Carl, and we're going to look at this issue about squad depth, because I keep hearing people going on about this squad depth that Arsenal have got. Now, the thing is, Arsenal have got a lot of players who can play in lots of different positions, but that's a completely different thing, in my opinion, to squad depth, right? You've got 7 left backs, or 7 players that can play left back. You've got 8 who can play centre. Sorry, you've got 8 who can play centre back. We've got 2 goalkeepers. I don't think that's enough. And you've got 4 right players that can play right back. You then also got 4 players that can play defensive midfield. You've also got 3 players that can play in the number 8 position. And before we go on to the other half of the pitch, the problem is here, we have got several players who can play more than one position. And the reason that is a problem is because if, say, 1 or 2 players in those positions goes down, then you'll see that the amount of people that are available to choose from will fall dramatically, because they've got to cover those positions that are missing. Because it's not like we got 2 players, 2 different, like we got Mr. X and Mr. Y playing can play left back, Mr. Z and Mr. A that can play centre back, Mr. C and Mr. D who can play the other centre back, Mr. E and Mr. F that can play right back. It's not like that. So this is why it's a bit of a problem. And the other issue with it as well, Carl, is the quality of the players.
So, Warren, I just want to come in there. Sorry. Del Boy is after texting me there. He's in backstage there.
Right, okay. Hi, Del Boy, you all right, son?
What's the crack? Jesus, I thought you were fucking... Who's this Irish bollocks coming into me screen? I've been here sitting there listening to you for a while. Yeah, grand, yeah. No, come here, sorry I'm late. I've been in the backstage there a while. Listening to you and just very interested, to be honest with you. But apologies, I'm late. I have an excuse, but I'm not going to put it over the old, the old airwaves or whatever. But I will tell you, Del Boys, watch along has been cancelled. It's been cancelled because Del Boy got a fucking ticket to the Ireland v England game. He's gone in swinging like Conor McGregor, and any cunt that gets in his way is going to get absolutely fucking annihilated. And no better person to confirm that but Kyle Walsh. I'm sure you'll confirm that on screen.
I would like to be there tomorrow with you, son. No way.
Oh, fuck me. We're going in swinging.
There'll be murders in the place.
Pat's at the game tomorrow night.
Yeah. I got that text message. I must say, one of the busiest days of my life was today. It started off bad news and just with work and stuff like that and fucking shit like that. And then my mate texted me, Del, you have to get fucking tickets. I have tickets for you. He goes, 2 tickets. And I says, lovely. Me and you go in. He goes, no, 2 tickets for you. It's a premium level. Fucking, I'm wining and dining. I'm fucking eating prawn sandwiches, everything fucking like that. So, yeah, let's see how this goes. But look, Kyle, I like, you know, this has all happened in the last few hours. So I apologize. If you want to do a live stream, you and Warren, by all means, walk away. but I've been offered the tickets. It's hard to turn them down, isn't it?
You can't turn that down. You can't turn it down. You have to go for that. That's it.
Yeah. And I just says, look, I'll bring the young fella. We'll watch the game. I'm going to do a vlog for the game and stuff like that. But, look, come here. And big up everyone in the chat. Big up everyone in the chat. And Dal, I know I was supposed to be coming onto you guys' channel and stuff like that, but I promised the legend Warren that I'll come on his channel first, and I'm a man of my word. Even though I'm late, I'm sorry.
Don't look at it, Dal.
Yeah, no, come here. Look, Warren, as I said, like I'm just talking to you here, mate. A bit of bad news, not for me, but for a friend of mine. So I had to sort of have a chat with them and stuff like that first, and that's the reason why I'm late. But look, let's get on with it. You know,
better late than never.
Yeah, exactly. Just one more thing before we start carried on with what we're talking about. Did you see that picture I sent you of Daily Mount Park, Bohemians against Arsenal?
Yeah. But see, the thing about it is, Warren, Bohemians are a bunch of wankers. That's the way I look at it. No, it'd be like, you know, the way Kyle Walsh loves Damien Duff. That's the way it is with me.
So, Del Boy, we're talking about Arsenal's squad depth. And on the screen, you can see all the players that can play each position in a 4-2-3-1 formation. Right? Now, I was saying to Carl that it looks like we've got lots of players who can play multiple positions, which is a good thing. But my concern with it is, one, the quality of the players, and two, the fact that if we get, say, maybe 2 or 3 players out, suspended or injured, then that amount of players is going to drastically reduce.
Yeah.
And we've only got really one attacking midfield player, which is Martin Odegaard, because Leandro Trossard has played in an attacking midfield role. Leandro Trossard has only played 14% of games he's played in his career has been as an attacking midfield role, right? Zinchenko has only played there 4% of the time. That leaves Odegaard and Kai Havertz. Now, I don't believe that Arteta will remove Havertz from his centre-forward role he's got at the minute to play as an attacking midfield player should Martin Odegaard get injured. So my question then is, what happens if Odegaard gets injured? Who's going to play there?
Like, me simple answer, right, Warren, is because, like, I manage, as you know, and a few people there know, I manage an under-13s team, okay? And we had a friendly against a tough team, and I says, you know what, this is what we do. Rather than the boys getting smoke blown up their fucking arses thinking, oh, we're deadly, we'll play lower teams and we'll be great and stuff like this, I says, let's play a tough team, okay? And when we played a tough team, we only played them there on Thursday night. We lost 5-3. We had 2 OGs, and that was, like, you know, the defender just trying to clear it away, slipped off his boot, was wet and it went in, stuff like that. But what it taught me as an under-13s manager, now I'm under-13s, I'm a fucking Egypt from Dublin. I say this to everyone, all right? I panicked. I panicked straight away when we lost the game. Now, this team that bet us are the division above us, but I panicked. And I said to my assistant manager, I says, we're short. I says, we're very short. I says, because exactly what you just says there, Warren. I says, we don't have this. I'm not saying an attacking. Let's say the DM4. That's where I'm missing. No, sorry. Number 8. That's where I'm short. Okay, and I'm very short there because I have a few lefties. I have that Odegaard. I have, let's say, your Kai Havertz. I have your Trossard there, but I don't have that, you know, Declan Rice. I don't have the. It's upstairs. but I don't have that, like, you know, Declan Rice, the cover. I have a player there. His name is sorry, fucking dog here acting the bollocks. Sorry, I have a young fella called Dean, and he plays there. But if he's injured, I'm fucked, and I'm panicking so much, and I'm just there thinking, I'm an under-13s manager. If I'm Mikel Arteta and I'm after spending 850 million, and I don't have cover for that position, what the fuck is going on at this club? Like, you have to ask yourself, like, is Arteta panicking? Is it Edu that is the one that's turning around and just going, no, you're all right, just go with it. Just go with it. But you can't make up these positions. You have players, like as you have there in the number 8 role, Marino, Rice, Zinchenko. Even Zinchenko, for me, I don't think he can play there. Absolutely not, because he's a left-sided player. I don't think that position that he is there, that he can cut in on his onto his left-hand side. I don't think that. So I think, and I suppose I said it in my chat, that you can blame Arteta, but a lot of the blame has to come to Edu. You know what I mean? Because he got rid of Reece Nelson, Smith Rowe, you know, Eddie. Who came in for them? Like, who's the replacements? Like, he's after taking a lot of players out of midfield, your attacking midfield, your you know, these positions, and didn't replace them. But then I'm seeing on Arsenal fan or Arsenal fucking TV or fucking whatever you call it, oh, we had a great window. We got Calafiore in. We got fucking Raheem Sterling in. We got fucking, you know, all these players in. But I'm just there. You're after weakening that sort of right centre midfield position hugely. Big time. Because the way Arsenal play, if you look at it there, we'll just say, for example, for the Spurs game, you have Declan Rice can play, Mourinho can play, Zinchenko, for me, cannot play in that position, the number 8 position. So what do we have to do? Do we have to get Thomas Partey over there? Which Thomas Partey is a liability in that position. And then you have to put Jorginho there. So Thomas Partey, Jorginho. Spurs will rip us a new one. Spurs, like, for me, and I say it all the time, Spurs are not a fucking rivalry to me because Spurs are shite. They're fucking useless. And it's only Arsenal fans that live in London or maybe the surrounding areas that think the Spurs-Arsenal game is a big game. It's not to me. Man United, Man City now, Liverpool, they're my big games. They're the games I look at. And I'm sure, Kyle, you'll probably say the same. I don't go, oh, when's the North London Derby? Like, no, come on, use your fucking head.
See, the thing is, I think we're going to have to change the way we play against Spurs. Right?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly, we're going to have to change it. Because on the number 8 role there, who's going to, like, Marino, he's injured. Declan Rice.
You're going to have to, because we haven't got a number 8. Mikel Marino's injured. And like you said, I don't know whether Zinchenko would be able to cut in, play there.
No.
Right?
No.
We'd have to play with Jorginho and Thomas Partey as a double pivot.
Yeah.
We'll have to. We haven't got.
I'm going to tell you something now. Against Spurs, we're going to have Jorginho, Partey, Odegaard, Saka, Havertz, and Sterling. That's who we've been playing.
But see, this is what I'm saying, all right? This is the exact fucking thing I'm saying. So, if Kyle, if you're right, and to be honest with you, I think you are right, We spent 750 million. It could be more. It could be 850 million. And you're left now with Jorginho and Thomas Partey. And they're over their 30s. Like Jorginho's, 33, 34 years of age. And I'm dependent on that in my centre mid fucking field to win me a fucking league title. Not acceptable. That is not acceptable for my club, Arsenal, who I fucking support since 1989. That's only me. And my family goes back even fucking further. Okay? So I have to accept that. After 750 fucking million spent, and I've been told Mourinho's injured. Declan Rice, the stupid prick, gets himself fucking sent off. Suspended. Right? Thomas Partey, Jorginho. Thomas Partey wanted to go to the Saudi Arabia League. Shut the fuck up, Teddy. Sorry, my dog's gone mad. So Thomas Partey wanted to go to Saudi Arabia because Thomas Partey thinks of the dollars. Okay? Don't come to me and tell me Thomas Partey, oh yes, he's the best Arsenal supporter ever. Yeah, no, he's not. Okay? Jorginho is a Chelsea reject. I'll take him as a backup. This is what we're left with.
Look, let me get something fucking straight. Because, as I say, when it comes to this club, too much talking, too much PR, too much shite. Warren has put up a graphic there in front of us on the screen. I can't see it, but I know who the players are. Now, you look around at that squad of players. You look at the names there. Warren asks the question, has this squad got depth? Question mark. So I'm going to give you the answer, the short answer. The short answer is simple. There is no depth in that squad. That squad is light. That squad is filled with average players at best, with the odd sprinkle of a good player here and there, the likes of Saka, for example. That is a squad of players. That is a graphic in front of me of players' names that is going to win and accomplish fucking nothing once again. Because they're not good enough. I'm sick saying it. I'm looking there. Wait, hear me looking. Shevchenko, not good enough. Why is he still at the club? Jorginho, why is he been given a year contract? Thomas Partey, why is he not fucked off? J.S. Lewis, Havertz is not good enough. Martinelli is not good enough. Why are these players still here? Shambles. Left back. Is that Keegan Walsh still with us or is he fucked off? Probably still with us.
Yep.
Julian Timber. People are making this fellow out to be class act. Not good enough. Calafiori. Marino. These lads are not fucking good enough.
Calafiori has got...
People are going around like this. They're asleep. This team, this squad equals nothing.
See, that Calafiori fellow has got a bit of a track record of getting in trouble with referees, gets a lot of bookings, and he's also got a bit of an injury record as well. So don't be surprised if at some point he goes as well, either by getting suspended or getting injured, because he's got a history of it. So it's a bit of a worry, and the problem is that midfield for me is a massive worry. I've said it to you before, Del Boy, about the midfield. Yep. It's a big concern for me because I think we haven't got anywhere near enough cover for attacking midfield. When you saw Zinchenko playing for Ukraine against Ireland, Del Boy, what position was he playing?
So see Thomas Partey on the left-hand side of that bottom midfield. And what I will say, I will give him credit. He actually did play well. He did play well, and he didn't do much wrong. But I just think he oozed confidence because, like at the time, he was at Man City, so he was probably I'm at Man City. I won leagues, and he had the aura about him. Do you know what I mean? But I just think if he was to play there for Arsenal, it would not work. 100%, it would not work because he's there thinking, I like to drift into that position, and like this, like I've so much to talk about on the left hand side. Like if he starts at the left back position, and next thing you put him into the, I'm just looking if people can see the DM4 position, so put him into that position. It's killing Martinelli. That's what's after happening to Martinelli, by the way. Because Martinelli is just one of these players, he goes forward. He doesn't look back. He goes forward all the time. So now, if you just look at the screen, look at Warren's screen that he has up there, you get Zinchenko and pull him into that left midfield and let's say push Thomas Partey on, okay? That whole left-hand side then, Martinelli has to cover. And that's what's after happening, Martinelli. He's having to look behind him. Whereas when he was in Brazil, just go forward. Just that's all you do, mate. Just keep going forward. Klopp, what did he say when the first game that Arsenal played Liverpool in the Carabao Cup that Martinelli started? Klopp says he's one of the best young players on the planet. That's the words that he said. Where has the best young player of the planet, where has he gone? Arteta, his coaching staff, his fucking assistant staff, everyone you want to say there have fucked him up. Lokonga, and I keep going on about this fucking player, and I'm just keeping it simple for the fucking cheap tickets at the back of the fucking theatre. Right? Sambi Lokonga got fucked in against Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup 2 years ago in January. And what happened that young fella, right? Arteta put him into the midfield. I think it was around the Thomas Partey, sort of that Moreno, the number 8, number 4 position that you have here. He put him in there and he came up against a few men. And the men fucking milled him over. And for me, it ruined his career. Because he fucking said to himself, and he doubted himself. And he says, I got fucking slapped around today. I'm not as good as I think I am. What happened the next game? He got put in against Liverpool. McAllister was in that role and absolutely destroyed him. And the poor young fella's confidence absolutely got destroyed because of them two games.
See,
and now, like, this is what's after happening to him. Do you know what I mean? Like, so we're expecting like Martinelli to do the exact same thing. This is what's after happening to Martinelli. That's 2 players I'm after naming.
And it's happened all over the place. There isn't one player on that screen that I can say, hand on heart, that has improved since Arteta has been here. I can't name one, Del. I'm sorry, I can't. I just looking at it, I can't say that I can name one player who I think has got better. And I think that's shocking. And to go on about Sambi Lokonga, when he left the club and went to Luton, he started to get better. That tells me a lot. If that's happening, that there's players leaving Arsenal, and as soon as they leave, they're starting to get better. That tells me a lot about the coaching.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to play the. I've got this video here because it sort of merges into the next theme I wanted to talk about, and it's Dan Potts chatting to Robbie Lyle outside the ground, and they're arguing about squad depth. So let's have a look, see what they've got to say.
Against Spurs.
Hold on.
It'll be Jorginho probably coming in. That's the depth.
Jorginho and Partey.
Yeah.
We're relying on them at 33 not to get croc now. So have we done nothing
Well,
midfield?
you asked about Spurs. That's a one game.
No, there's
then
one
after
game.
that, Rice will be
But the
back.
problem we've got is, if Declan Rice is now unavailable, which he is against Spurs, Marino is now injured, yeah? Mm-hmm. Where's Vieira? We can't play him. Where's Smith-Rowe? We can't play him. Who should come in to replace them? We haven't got enough in midfield now. Odegaard's gone off limping today.
Wait. So again...
Come on, Rob. You know this is true.
No. I'm questioning you on this, right? Because as I said, the guy made a comment today when we did a stream. He said there's a lot of fans who want a bench for a bench, right? That is your squad depth, isn't it? Declan Rice is out.
Yep.
Jorginho comes in. So
you're going to play a double pivot now. You're going to have to play Jorginho.
You may have to adjust it, but you've got Partey who can play in that position. You've got Jorginho who can play in that position. You even got. You could even put Zinchenko there. He plays there for his country.
He's not played there once for us, Robert.
No, but you could play him there. You could. He plays there for his country.
We're clutching now. We're clutching now.
I don't think. Listen, I'm giving. You're asking me about options. You could play him there, right? But listen, before you even get there, you can put Jorginho is the backup defensive midfielder. You got Partey. You got Rice. Marino's injured, but he will come back.
So you think we're stronger than we were last season, our squad?
I personally think we are, yeah.
Okay. So
we've let a lot of players go who hardly played.
Okay. Yeah, they hardly played last season, but that was one of the problems. We had nobody to bring on. This is the problem. He didn't trust that bench. At the moment,
we brought in Marino.
Yeah, we brought in Marino. He's now injured. So what do we do now?
Play Jorginho.
So Jorginho is going to play in the 8.
You could play Jorginho. You could push Partey there.
You can play Wanjeri in there. That's what's going to happen.
Is Wanjeri there as well?
A 17-year-old kid. That's a risk, bro. That's a risk when you're going for a title.
Lots of fans came here last season and said we're not trusting in the youth. One thing I don't like about Arteta, he doesn't give the young players a chance. Now he's giving them a chance. It's a problem.
No.
What do we want?
No. It's not a problem.
No, am I talking facts here?
No. It's not about not giving the youth a chance. He's always given youth a chance. We've seen that with Saka, right? But for me, when these guys have kicked a ball a couple of times in pre-season, are we going to rely on them to get us across for a title? We're trying to get
how are we going to know? That's giving them a chance.
Yeah, no. Listen,
we'll find out.
Listen, we will find out. On their heads be it. On their heads be it, Rob, if it don't work out. Let me tell you this now.
So, yeah. Carl, what you saying, man?
Yeah, I think Robbie Lyle's a fucking gobshit. Talking a lot of shite there again, as usual. Not giving people a chance to talk. Like a bully in a play schoolyard. He wasn't a bully the night I got on FTV. I put him in his box when it came down to it. About Mr. Warson. Where did that video ever go out there? He didn't put it up. I wonder why. Because I lost him. He's there with Potts. Potts made a bad statement there too. Potts said that Arteta giving youths a chance. Saka. It was Emery who bought Saka through, not Arteta. Yeah. And also, let me get something straight. Robbie Lyle is talking shite. I wouldn't put Jorginho on the Shamrock Rovers B team. So we're now sitting back now and we're relying on Jorginho and Thomas Partey in midfield. That tells you everything you need to know about our squad of players. Robbie Lyle actually even mentioned that Warney or whatever his name is, the young 18-year-old. Never played a game, first team game, and now all of a sudden we throw him into a North London derby. Listen, I'm going to tell you something else. We can sit here and we can talk for the next 3 weeks. I'm telling the two of you, and I want to see the chat, that this squad of players not good enough. And I know people are listening to me saying they're not good enough. They're not good enough. Our squad of players is weaker now than it was last year. And we've spent 800 million. Make that make sense to me. How is it that we're weaker now than what we were last year? On 800 million that's been spent. Either I was listening to that prick being interviewed the other day. And he's saying how happy he is with the business that they're done through the transfer window. It's so that he'll better to pack his bags and get the fuck out of our club. The man is absolutely fucking useless. And he was an invincible. And now he thinks that it's okay to buy the likes of Calafiori and Marino. The whole thing is fucking disgusting from top to bottom.
I've got breaking news for you. So I'll just put it in the chat. Guess who's injured?
Sterling.
Calafiori.
Injured.
What did I say 10 minutes ago that he's got a track record of getting injured?
Warren, what did I say to you an hour ago? Man, it's not fucking good enough. How was it that I know? Warren, this club drives me mad. I'm telling you, Warren, you can put up all the names you want. All the graphics you want. I'm telling you that we are winning nothing. We are going to be worse this season than what we have been in the last 2 years. We're going down. We're going nowhere. Trust me, Warren. I will be pro-Christ.
So, I mean, I don't know. Del Boy, if you're there, what's your thoughts about what I've just said about Calafiori being injured again? He's injured now. He got injured on international duty.
So there's Calafiori and Marino, our two new signings, and both injured.
Mate, you couldn't make
it make sense for him.
Who is doing the recruitment at this club? It's a shambles. So we've got 2 goalkeepers, 9 defenders, 7 midfielders, and 6 forwards. So that's 24 players. I just think we're really light in midfield.
Very light midfield. And goalkeeping.
And the quality isn't there. It's
quality isn't there, Warren. Warren, you don't have to be a genius to figure out what's going to happen this season.
Yeah.
You don't need to be a genius.
No.
It ain't happening. It ain't happening. People don't be getting excited. Thereby, did you hear the breaking news?
The breaking news.
I'm just watching it here. I'm watching it. Sorry, he started and gone off injured and that's it.
You know what's wrong with him?
He's a fucking tick.
Yeah, but did he walk off the pitch, or did he have to go on a stretcher?
No, not a stretcher. No.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I know.
Probably a hamstring.
But it's just another one of these things. Like, who looks at these? Like, they have these fucking stats on their back and all this stuff. Like, who's looking at that? Like, who is held accountable for this? Let's put the meat on the bone here. Calafiori cost us, was it 45-50 million? Who looks at his stats? Like, who the fuck is looking at this going, we should get him. He's after folding up there and fucking, this is it. Like, am I expecting too much here from the club that spent 50 million on one player?
Del Boy, Edu said in his interview the other day that Calafiori and Michael Marino and Sterling, get ready for this. The Calafiori and Marino were their 2 top targets for the summer, and that they got him in. And as soon as they got a phone call saying that Sterling was up for a transfer, they jumped on it because they couldn't believe they were getting a world-class winner like Sterling. This Edu is a lying, sly, sneaky, cowardly bastard. And I want him out of my fucking club.
Yeah. Like, come here. I'm just turning the camera out because I'm just eating and I'm trying to talk as well. So I'm still here and I'm still listening. But
the thing is, right, we spent £73.5 million on 2 players and they're both out injured.
It's a joke. It's a joke, Warren. Club is a joke.
I'm sorry. I spent, what, day and a half, 2 days putting these slides together for this show. And I was able to work out that we had a problem with Calafiore and his injury record. So what, if I can see that, I'm not a trained professional, why can't Arsenal's recruitment team see it? All I'm looking at is Wikipedia and Transfer Market website. Surely they've got better software than that to be guiding them and giving them information about whether these people are going to be able to play or not. It's not even whether they're going to be any good. It's just about whether or not they're going to be, they're going to be in the team on a regular basis or be available for selection on a regular basis. I find it shocking, mate. I really do.
Warren, you're missing the fucking trick here, mate. Kyle, you're missing it as well. He's a sexy motherfucker. And
yeah,
that's it. Like, he's not on. Did you not get the ticket? Did I not send you the text messages earlier on? He's gorgeous.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah.
Bukayo Saka is a black man, and that's grand. Nothing problem with that. But you can't criticize him. Because if you do that, you're racist.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if it was a monkey playing for Arsenal, if it was a fucking hippo playing for Arsenal, and he was good enough, and you signed him for 50 million, can you criticize them? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's in a world now you can't criticize. Oh, Edu signed a player who's injury prone. Oh, but you can't criticize him because, like, he's tried his best. The cunt's on about fucking 250 grand to $500,000 a year to do this.
Let me tell you right now, I would rather have Liam Scales in our squad than that bloody Calafiore.
Oh my God, Warren, you hit the nail on the head there, right? Because did you see the interview that Liam Scales was given? Brendan Rodgers says he's not sexy, but he's very productive. That's what Brendan Rodgers said about Liam Scales.
Yeah.
I watched the Celtic Ranger games last week.
Mm-hmm.
Liam Scales was the best player on the pitch.
100%.
100% on the pitch, best player. He doesn't fucking do sexy football. He doesn't do anything like that. If you're coming through on the ball, he's going to fucking mill you out of it and just pass the ball on. Simple. Easy football, people. Easy football. Fucking simple. I keep going back to me mate Jer McCarthy, and I'll fucking say his name. Shite! Wouldn't do 3 volleys, keepy uppies. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. You tell Jer, you're centre midfield today. All you do is take her down from the sky and pass it on. That's your job. That's the only job you have today. Club Man of the Year. That's what he got. Club Man of the Year. And that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
100%, Del Boy. So what I want to talk about now is this Arsenal media thing, because I think it's a massive problem. Because for me, they brainwashed thousands and thousands and thousands of fans to buy into this nonsense that's been going on at our club for the last 5 or so years, right? And they are paying for ex-players, fan channels, and all sorts of stuff to promote this nonsense. And I think it's a big problem because people are believing what they're seeing, and particularly with AFTV, they're more interested in those paid actors that go on that channel than they are in ex-players. Now, I don't know if you both know this story, but it involves Liam Brady, my all-time Arsenal hero, and it breaks my heart when I hear this story. Think about this story. Claude, God rest his soul, was standing there waiting to give his interview. Liam Brady was walking past. Not one of those fuckers paid him any attention. He could have been just some Joe Public just walking, taking his dog out for a walk or whatnot. None of them recognised him. They're more interested in Robbie Lyle and his cronies than they were in Liam Brady. And I find that disgusting. It's wrong. The man was, in my opinion, Arsenal's greatest ever player. 100%. Right? And I will argue till I'm blue in the face that fact with anyone.
Warren, can I jump on that there and just say what you're talking about? Like, you know, because for me, like, you know, like, I don't know if Kyle knows or whatever, like, you know, I was doing a job a few weeks ago and got talking to a young fella, and he was a Cockney young fella in Dublin, and lovely young fella. And I says, "Oh, you're a London boy," and he says, "Yeah." And I says, "Oh, I'm a gunner for me sins," and he just goes, "Well, you're welcome in my house." And I says, "Oh, that's great." I says, "Yeah, you're an Arsenal fan." Yeah. He goes, "My uncle played for Arsenal." And this is your uncle played for Arsenal. I says, "Jesus, I hope to God I know him." And he goes, "Did you ever hear of Liam Brady?" I says, "Yeah." He says, "All right, that's my uncle." I says, "Don't fucking wind me up." And he goes, No, that's my uncle." And he goes to his bedroom, comes to the picture, and there's him and Liam. And then I was just there, right, well, mate, I interviewed Liam, so I could do that as well. So, you know, I'm Del Boy, I could fucking do that if I wanted to or whatever. And he goes, no, here, come here, look, there's fucking here. There's his ma with me and his fucking, or not his ma, like, you know, his sister, and that's my ma. And he started showing me pictures. I say, "You're fucking winding me up." And he goes, "Oh, yeah. And Liam gave me this. He was showing me memorabilia stuff." And I was like, "You're fucking joking me." And the first person I rang was Warren. I had to tell you, Warren, you know, and I just couldn't believe it. So I was there, like, I says, the last time I seen Liam was the interview that I gave him. And the young fella Michael, he subscribes to my channel, by the way. And I says, "Come here, I'll have to get you on at some stage, and, like, you know, we'll have a chat and stuff like this." And he says, "Yeah, absolutely, no problem at all." And I says, "Now this is leading to Liam getting on my channel, yeah?" And he says, yeah, we'll get Liam on your channel. We'll get Liam, you know what I mean? So at some stage I will get Liam on my channel. But the long and short of this is, I says, he goes, like, how do you, like, what did you think about Liam as a player? And I says, for me, obviously I was too young to recognise Liam as a player. I says, but my mate Warren tells me that he was one. He was the like, you know, Warren, like, how you feel about Liam Brady, the passion you have for that man, like, you know, you and hundreds of thousands of people that love Liam Brady. Do you know what I mean? And I says, like, you'd want to see my mate Warren. The passion he has for Liam Brady is phenomenal. You know, and he just goes, "It fills me heart to know that my uncle had so many people like Warren that loved him so much." And I was just there, like, going, it means so much to me, because I look past. There was this team called Arsenal before Arsene Wenger. There was a manager called George Graham. There was a team past all that. But see, when AFTV came in, that's when Arsenal were invented. Do you know what I mean? And you're just looking at going, are you for fucking real? This club is huge. And it's not because of AF fucking TV or the fucking arseholes that are there. It's because of the likes of fucking Liam Brady, Chapman, George Graham, Alan Smith, Paul Merson. Go back again. Keep going back. It's because of them that the likes of me, Kyle Walsh, Lee Gunner, keep going on and on and on. It's because of them we support this club. See that man that's presenting the club, the representing the club here today on his channel, Warren, in the North Bank. That's where that man used to fucking go. That's who I'm representing today. That's who I'm representing in Dublin when I put on my fucking Arsenal jersey. That's the people I'm representing. I'm not representing fucking Robbie Bollocks Ball fucking Lyle or fucking the Cronkays or anything like that. The man above you, that's who I'm representing. And when I talked to that guy, Michael, I says, how many tickets does that Chippy Brady get per match? I was thinking 10. He gets one ticket per match. One ticket. Now you have to think about what they done to Liam Brady. They put him down as an Englishman. No offense to English people. And by the way, the man up there, Warren, got that changed. But they put him down as English. And then they go and give him one ticket per game. And he's one of the best fucking players to ever pull on a fucking jersey that represents me, Warren, Kyle, and all you guys in the chat. And I have to represent this club today. It's a fucking disgrace. A disgrace. And see that man next to Kyle Walsh? He'd be the exact same. He'd only get one fucking ticket. Rocky Roadcastle would get one fucking ticket to an Arsenal match. Disgraceful. And that's the reason why I'm fucking so hell-bent on the likes of AFT fucking V and the fucking corporation that is running this fucking club and the pricky badge that's fucking there. It's a fucking disgrace. And when people come up to me, and I had a comment the other day, oh, a Lee Gunner want to be. All right, grand. Michael Collin, I'll remember your name and I'll fucking meet you one day. I fucking guarantee you. And I'll have a very good conversation with you face to face. And then say to me, Lee Gunner want to be. Say it to me face, because I fucking know where you're from already. I know where you're from, and I know I'll meet you. Say it to me face. I'll leave it there.
I just want to jump in there and just extend it there with Del Boy. The main man himself, I know very well. A man called Paul McGrath, one of Ireland's greatest. And Paul McGrath told me, in his own words, Ireland has had great players throughout. But Ireland only had one football genius. And he said the football genius is Liam Brady. That came from the great Paul McGrath. Michael Collins is that fella's name, there, boy. Because the other night he left a little comment underneath me as well. He said a mini Lee Gunner. And I simply wrote back to him. I said to him, no, I'm me. I support Arsenal a lot longer than league owner. And I speak and give my opinion. It's my opinion. So fuck Michael Collins and whoever else don't like what I have to say. I say what I say because of this club. And you're 100% right that way. Warren stood on the North Bank, and I am very happy and proud to sit here tonight and say I sat on the North Bank.
Mm-hmm.
And people tell me how to support my club. Get the fuck out of there.
100%. And like just to like for the people that have never like stood on the North Bank, I was the same. I've stood there a few times myself. It's hard to put in words, isn't it, lads? Like, do you know what I mean? It's
a different place, special place there, boy.
It's Arsenal fans shoulder to shoulder, and you're fucking cheering that team on. And then for the fucking wank bag who probably masturbates serially in his fucking Maz fucking box room to go around and say, League Gunner wannabe. Okay, mate.
See that fella calling himself Michael Collins, right? He isn't fit to tie the bootlace or lick the bootlace of the real Michael Collins. Let me tell you that in itself is a fucking disgrace. I can tell you there's been countless times when I've been in that North Bank cheering on the Arsenal and gone home with no voice because I've been shouting so much. And I've been stood at one part of the ground, then because of the course of the game, because of all the surging and whatnot, you end up in a completely different part. Right? Beer going everywhere, the smell of cigars, mate, there's nothing like it. Fella wandering around the North Bank with great big sacks of peanuts, going, peanuts, like this. Mate, it was there. Those days will never, ever leave me. They will stay with me to the day that I die. And I love the North Bank. It's what's behind me in my picture.
Yeah.
Mate, that place is magical.
The Emirates Stadium. I went into the North Bank and I stood there and I shouted and screamed with the Arsenal faithful. I was also at the East End. I saw Arsenal against Liverpool. And I saw Dennis Bergkamp score the winner, the header, to make it 1-0. And the atmosphere and the Arsenal fans. And I went to the Emirates Stadium and we were getting beat 1-0 by Brighton. And I stood up and I was shouting and I was fucking screaming. And two men sitting beside me looked up at me and said, "Oi, mate, you don't mind sitting down there, mate, and shut the fuck up." And I looked down at these two lads with suits on. And I said to them, "You're not fucking happy, fuck off out of here." Because I want to keep fucking shouting. I want to keep screaming. Not happy about it, fuck off. We're getting 1-0 by Brighton. These two lads laughing. Telling me to sit down, to shut up. This from Tobo, Denver Stadium, Mickey Mouse shit. This club has turned into a Mickey Mouse club. Fucking bullshit, I'm sick of it.
Mate, it's awful what they have done to our club. And it really, really angers me because we're not a retail outlet. We're not a PR marketing agency. We're a football club. But we're moving like the way we're moving like a political party, right? Because it's all about image and what you say. It's not, there's no substance to any of it. And I think it's shocking. It really is. And I don't like it, and it makes me feel sick when I listen to it. And there are players, ex-players that are being paid to come and say stuff that is pro the club. They don't believe. They've got them paying for YouTube channels to say stuff for them and promote their nonsense. And I'm going to play something now that's going to prove it, right? it's a guy, an ex-Arsenal player by the name of Stuart Robson, who, fair play to him, I loved the guy when he was playing for Arsenal in the late 80s, right? He played with Charlie Nicholas. He was in the same team as him before they both got sold. And he's like, he got told by Arsenal he wasn't being positive enough about them. But anyway, I'm going to play the video and you can hear the story.
Right. I'm going to move on from...
Oops.
Brighton, because I don't care about those times.
Why?
So, in case you don't know the context of Stuart Robson's relationship with Arsenal, he played, of course...
He hasn't got one.
He, of course, played with Arsenal and then went and worked for Arsenal TV when Arsene Wenger was in charge, and then was asked not to work for Arsenal TV anymore because of some of the comments that he made.
Well,
So you got it wrong straight away, Dan. You got it wrong straight away.
Sorry.
What happened was Arsenal came to me and said, we hear you, we like what you do for us, but we hear you on other channels and you criticised Arsene Wenger. Can you not do that? I said, well, you're about a tenth of my workload.
Wow.
And I'm not going to change and lie for you just so that I can be Mr. Pro Arsenal. So I, in the end, decided that it wasn't right for me to work for them. So it was my choice, not theirs at the time.
Now, without blowing smoke here, to Robbo.
Yes.
I've known Robbo for many a year.
Right.
And this is the thing with this job. Robbo does not shirk his responsibilities to call a situation out or anything. And it winds me up in these club channels. And by the way, a lot of networks, and particularly in the UK, a lot of networks seem to have turned into parodies of the club channels, where they hire pundits who are basically cheerleaders.
Yes.
And they've all got their own team, and they sit there and scream and shout when their supposed team is winning or losing. And it's just my opinion, but that's completely the wrong way to do this job. It's not if you work for Arsenal TV or Man City TV or Chelsea TV. That's fine. Your level of criticism will only be accepted to a certain extent. You have to understand that. So for anybody who does the job like we do, club channels are not for us.
Right.
They're just not for us. And I tell you what, I wouldn't change that for a minute, because I couldn't sit there kissing backsides like these club channels do. And quite frankly, some of these pundits now on these networks in the UK who sit there and they're basically sitting with their Man City, Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea scarves on when there's a broadcast on.
Well, here's an example. Here's an example of what we're talking about. A little while ago, I think it was Gary Neville and Martin Tyler did a commentary on an Arsenal game, and they said Arsenal had bottled it, or whatever they said. And a former Arsenal player who works for other TV channels said that they should never ever work on Arsenal games again because they were biased against Arsenal.
Martin Keown was that, Robbo? Was that Martin
Keown
Keown who said that, Robbo?
Yes, that's exactly who it was.
Oh, there you are.
And there's somebody that's on TV that doesn't like anybody else having a go at Arsenal. But that's biased commentating. That's biased reporting. You can't be that if you're going to be on TV.
Oh, we've got started.
Well, goodness, we haven't even got to the question. We were just setting up the question.
Well, it's ridiculous now, isn't it?
Kieran, how aware of the play? Like, this is the question. What did the Arsenal dressing room really think of Robbo's feud with Arsene Wenger? Were you even aware of it?
What year was it?
When was it, Robbo?
It was when you lost the title to. Now you were top of the table in February, and no, I think it was before. It might have been before you were playing. Gold Clichy made the mistake at Birmingham when Eduardo had his leg broken.
2008.
I wasn't playing, so I wasn't in the first team then, so I can't.
Yeah, and at the time I was writing for the Sunday Telegraph, and my editor said to me, "Why did Arsenal lose the title? You know, because they were 5 points clear, they were going to win the title, and they fell apart." And I said exactly what I thought, that Arsene Wenger was the problem. He didn't do enough work defensively. They didn't do this. Anyway, whatever I said, and that was when it all started.
Wow. Was he right, Kieran? Did
Interesting.
Arsene not do enough work defensively?
No, there were a few other things that went on that season. I think was that the season was that the leg break season from Eduardo?
That was a leg break. Gallas had a tantrum against Birmingham.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, what do you think about that?
100%. 100%. It is embarrassing what's going on. AFTV comes in and takes over the whole thing. Them lads are going up to a box in the Emirates Stadium, getting their dinners, watching Arsenal play. They're getting paid by the club. Robbie Lloyd has the actors working for him, letting on to be Arsenal fans, talking shite after games, week in, week out. Putting a PR stunt on the fans, on the true fans. People sitting at home, being influenced by these fucking liars, these bunch of fucking twats. I think it's shambles. I think it's disgusting. I think it's horrific on the club's history. I think when you have ex-players who won trophies, that know what it was like to sit there on national TV and tell fans like Paul Merson did the other night about Sterling's sign and how great it was. Or how Martin Keown says we're competing once again. We're back to where we belong, competing. This is coming from Martin Keown, a man who won league titles. A man who won cups. I think it's disgusting. I think the PR around this club is disgusting. I think the media around this club is disgusting. Then you have Charlie Watts and them fellas. Talking shite, day in, day out. Wrote a book, The Evolution or the Revolution of Arteta, or whatever the fuck it is. Absolute shite. Bringing in dogs called Wayne. The whole thing is embarrassing. It actually ripped your heart out. It's that bad. It's disgusting.
It is disgusting.
I think the club is rotten to the core. And I think that social media has let this happen. Robbie Lloyd came in, he saw him open, he came in, he took a fair play to him, he's making money from it, he's making a career out of it. He's everything that's wrong with this club. Him and his AFTV. They're a disgusting shower of fucking lying bastards. Every one of them. They're not even true fans. Robbie Lloyd is a Luton Town fan.
Yeah.
And he's making money on the back of our once great club. And I'm disgusted. I think it's disgusting. I think you won't see that on my channel. Yeah. I speak the truths and the facts. That's it. I'm not there to make money. I never set out to make money on YouTube. I set out to have a voice, to put facts straight, to make sure that I get the club back to where it used to be. This club of ours will never come back to the way it used to be when we have this media shit going on with our club.
Yeah.
I think it's disgusting. I think it's pure evil. I think it's disgusting. It makes me sick.
Delboy, what do you think?
Yeah, like, you know, I've seen it firsthand, and like, you know, before it was and the way it is now, and like they're just like zombies. They're like fucking, like I said minions. You know, that's what I called them out to be. When I was there, and I called them out them all to their face. I seen Robbie coming down from the corporate box, and that's how I was getting interviews with him, and that's how I got introduced to Kyle Walsh. That's the only good thing that came from that, because I remember when he came out of the corporate box, and I just grabbed him straight away before he went into his little minions. And like, you know, when Arsenal fans were around him, threw a camera in front of him and they started fucking lashing into him. I think it was after Brighton beat us. It was either Brighton or Leeds. And lashed into him. What you think of that? Up in your nice fucking cozy little seat you had there. And he was all, what? I'm not buying my little minions here. Someone's actually throwing a camera in my face, and they're not singing to my tune here, you know. And that's how I got introduced to Kyle Walsh, because I think it was after that video, Kyle actually dropped me an Instagram, and he just goes, "Fair fucking play to you, mate. You fucking went for him."
Yeah.
You know, and that's I remember I was on the tube on the way home, and I seen Kyle Instagram me, and he says fair play to you and all this stuff, like, and I'd love to have a chat with you and stuff like that. And me and you had a chat, Kyle, after that,
Yeah.
and WhatsApped each other, had a few voice calls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I got you on my channel, and
Yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah.
you know,
And you were down and bikes up working day. Remember, I met you with me daughter in the car park.
Yeah.
And that was our first time meeting. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That man.
Yeah. 100%. Like, but like, you know, like it still goes down to like this franchise do not care about our club. Like not even AFTV. Your man, what's his fucking name? And I know I've met him a few times. Your man who got in jail, what's his fucking name? I can't think of his fucking name. DT. Like, the guy bet a woman up. Okay? That's what he was charged with. That's what I'm believed to be charged with. Now, I met the chap. He's going to be nice to me. You know what I mean? He's going to be nice to you, Kyle. He's going to be nice to you, Warren. You know, but at the end of the day, he got charged for beating a woman up. Okay? When he came out of prison, he had 0 subscribers. I think when he started his YouTube channel up, it went up to like 100,000. So you have to think about the fan base that are here. And this is why I respect Kyle Walsh, Warren, and like other people that, like, you know, like Lee. I respect Lee, Jez, Matt, Dal, TJ. You know, like, and I'm sorry if I miss a few people out here, but we could easily just flip the coin and just go, do you know what? Everyone wants to hear what AFTV are saying. Everyone wants to see what DT is saying. Do you know what? If we sing to that tune, I'll get, 5,000 subscribers. And as Kyle said earlier on, he's not in it for the money. Either am I. I own my own company. I pay my own way. I couldn't give a fuck. If you like my opinion, you like it, subscribe. If you don't subscribe. It's that easy. But I'll always go with what my heart tells me about this club. That's the way I look at things. I love the fucking club. I want what is best for the club. My standards are up fucking there. I've seen Invincibles. I've seen the 91-92 season where we could have been Invincibles as well. I've seen fucking droughts. And I'll see many other droughts. But I'm still here. Like Warren, like Kyle, we're still here. We'll still support the club. These shower of cunts couldn't give a fuck. They're being paid by the club. It's propaganda. It's like North Korea. It's like fucking China. And fucking idiots are following them. And that's fine. Because I don't have a pint of Guinness with fucking idiots. Never have. Never will. And that's the way life is. Do you know what I mean?
Because that's a very good analogy, actually, Del Boy. Comparing it with North Korea and China. They brainwash their people into believing what they're being told. And this is what's going on here. And part of the way they do it is by employing these actors to come out with nonsense. And then that point leads me to this next clip. I just want to show this one.
Negative. I tend to look at things from a wider perspective. You asked me this question August the 1st, 2020. I say he's the greatest manager ever. He's come in after a few months and he's won us the FA Cup. And we've played some of the greatest teams in the world to win that FA Cup.
Greatest manager ever is a big, off an FA Cup win is a big statement.
Yeah, but what you've done.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Oh, I love it.
See, that's how I feel about it.
I need to say something here. Why did that prick say that?
Sorry, Carl?
Why did that prick say that?
But you're talking about the second fella or the first one?
The first, the prick.
My mate Julian.
Julian.
Where did
There's
Julian
a
say
couple
that?
of years ago outside the Emirates Stadium.
He said Arteta's the greatest manager that we've ever had.
Yeah.
Then
Well, no, not greatest manager either. Just he was the greatest manager ever, period.
Let me get something straight. The greatest manager in Arsenal's history is George Graham. Julian, I hope you're watching, or if you ever come across this clip, you absolute fucking prick. You call yourself an Arsenal fan, you're a fucking dickhead. Get the fuck out of my club, you absolute fucking prick.
Here, can I just come in here now? Hold on a minute. I love Julian, right? Julian is me mate. I've his number here. I'll give him a call if you want me to, right? Oh, Julian's an actor, just so people know that. Like Julian, do you know what? I'll get him on my show. Do you know what? I will get him on my show. Hold on, I'm going to text him here now. But I will get him on my show. But
you give him a ring and put him on loudspeaker, that boy, and I tell him to go fuck himself, the fucking body prick. Actor or no fucking actor, get the fuck out of my club.
Oh God.
I love him.
No, but come here. He like they're just actors. That's all it is. Like he hasn't a fucking clue about football. He's more into his pose and his things like this. Like last time I had him on my channel, and he was in the back room, and he was there. He was telling me, he goes, right, I'll be controversial. You lash in on me. I lash in on you. And I said, no, fuck off. Like, I'm just going to ask you a few questions and stuff like this. But this is the way he is. So that's the way people need to realize the way he is. You know what I mean? But people don't. People just think, oh my God, he's for real. He's not.
He's just such a fraud, though, Del Boy.
Yeah, come on, no, he's an actor. But this is what I mean. He's on AFTV.
I know, but we know that. But there are people out there who believe that he's real. That is the problem with it. And they believe and they hang on to everything this man says. And that's what concerns me about it. And that's why I've got a problem with it. And that is why I put that guy, the second guy, the American guy, going, calling him out, saying that it's the most ridiculous, ludicrous thing I've ever seen. Right? Because it is insane. What he was saying is insane. When you think of all the great managers there's ever been in football, Bill Shankly, Bob Paisley, Jock Stein, Brian Clough, and this is just in Britain. That's not counting the ones that are overseas. Jack Charlton, like all of them, all these great managers. And he's saying that this guy's won one FA Cup with somebody else's squad on the back of having £800 odd million to back him to do that is the greatest of all of them. Sorry, that's just absolute crazy talk. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
You know? But then you got that. Then, as Carl rightly said, you have the owner of that circus, right, doesn't know the jack shit about the club. And I want to play something now that proves it. He's on this mastermind thing and he makes a complete pig's ear of it. Now just watch this, because this is really bad and it's embarrassing. This guy claims to be an Arsenal fan, And he's not. He's a Luton Town fan. There's no sound. Brilliant. Oh, hold on.
United. This is in no way a rip-off of a more popular quiz show. You know, this is Saturday.
Hold on.
Saturday Social. As you can see, I've moved areas. The lighting has gone down low because it's time to test how much our guests truly know about their beloved clubs, Arsenal and Manchester United. This is in no way a rip-off of a more popular quiz show. You know, this is Saturday Social Mastermind. Let's meet our first contender. Come on. Come on, Robbie. Hurry up.
You lot set me up again. Look.
We're setting you up.
I'm not good at these quizzes, but...
Your name, please.
Robbie Lyle.
Your occupation.
I do AFTV, DR Sports, The Empire Builder.
Get more plugs. Your specialist subject.
Arsenal.
OK, there's 2 minutes on the clock, Robbie. Who has made the most Premier League appearances for the Gunners?
David O'Leary.
Ooh. Pass.
How many times have Arsenal won the FA Cup?
13.
14.
14. Arsenal beat Wigan 4-2 in the last game at Highbury. Thierry Henry scored a hat-trick. Who scored Arsenal's other goal?
Was it Vieira?
Wrong, it was Robert Pires. In what year did Arsenal play? A new club record was set last season for the number of league goals scored. How many did Arsenal net?
Oh, what year?
Pass.
Who scored the first ever league goal at the Emirates?
Your man of West Ham.
This one as well. Oh, pass.
OK. How many games did Arsenal win during their invincible season?
Oh, pass.
In what year did Arsenal move to the Emirates?
2006.
Careful. Apologies.
I said shoot. 2004?
Wrong, 2006. Name the captains scored there.
I covered it in the end. I got nervous with that.
You were sweating,
Bloody
Robbie.
hell.
13 scored, 4 passes. Congratulations, you can head back to your seat. OK, 13 scored there. Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Shocking.
Fuck me.
What I start telling you? It's telling you that what I've been saying for a long time, and all of us. He's a Luton Town supporter. He has no idea about Arsenal. He's making the money and career out of Arsenal Football Club. This is what is ahead of the Arsenal media platform on social media. Robbie Lyle, who hasn't a fucking clue. He didn't even know what year we moved to the Emirates Stadium.
Yeah.
Are you fucking joking me? This is embarrassing. This is where our club has fallen to. The standards where we are at the moment. It's disgusting. This Robbie Lyle is a fucking joker. AFTV is a fucking joke. Fucking pack of clowns.
But see, the thing about it is, like, I haven't been to the Emirates with Kyle, and it is going to happen this year. I know that for a fact. Now, I've been going over there on my own, being brave enough to fucking shoulder me way in and fucking have me fucking say. But now I have a bit of backup. And Kyle, you know what I've done in the Aviva Stadium. I've bottled. I absolutely couldn't give a bollocks about any cunt. And anyone, I won't go into it, but let's see what happens.
There, boy, I'll be beside you. And let me tell you, I will be letting rip at those bastards over there. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to say straight up. I'm going to say to Robbie, like, you're a fucking joker. Luton Town supporter. Fuck off out of my club. And all belonging to you. Clowns, the fucking lot of them. This is what our club is a joke, man. Our club is a fucking joke. Look at the fucking state of the fella that's over the fucking AFTV. Just look at that mastermind. Get the fuck out of here.
Because the whole thing is a charade. And I'm convinced that it all goes back to Stan Kroenke and the board. They are trying to make a division between the fans. Like, the British Empire used to do this all the time when they invaded countries. Get the people fighting amongst themselves so it'd be easier to conquer them. And this is exactly what they're doing. They're dividing the fan base. Like you've got one group of fans who love Arteta and the hierarchy and all the rest of it, and you've got another half who hate him, and they're just fighting each other. Therefore, they're able to do whatever they want with us. I find it shocking.
But
the whole thing is a fucking fraud, top to bloody bottom. It's corrupt. It's like, it's disgusting, and the way they're manipulating people's love of the club and passion for the club is an absolute disgrace. And I want them hounded out of the club because they're no good for this club. We will not win a single thing all the time that those people are in control of our club because they've got no interest in making it successful. But that's what I think.
You hit the nail on the head there. Like it's even like, and I don't want to go into politics or anything like that because I hate talking about that. But it's like governments want people to be racist or homophobic or anything like this with each other, because then you depend on the government to sort it out and stuff like that. I'll just talk about Ireland, for example, because I know Ireland. Okay, Irish people are not racist. They're not homophobic. And I know that for a fact, right? Because it's the government that and the media. The media is the worst in the world. And this is where I'm getting to. I'm not being political here or anything like that. But Kyle, you know Irish people. Like, yeah, there is fucking dickheads. We get that everywhere. You get that everywhere in life. No matter where you go, there's fucking knobheads. Okay? I'm not racist. I don't care what colour your skin is. I don't care what sexuality you are. Nothing to do with me. None of my business. Nothing to do with me. But these people that are in the media and AFTV going, oh, you're Arteta out, you're Arteta in, oh, you're negative, oh, you're like... You can't define a human going, because you're Arteta out means you're wrong. Because you're Arteta in means you're right. So why is my opinion in the media let down and just being put down and just going, oh, you're wrong, you're an idiot? Why is that? I mean, if you're Arteta in, like Robbie Lyle and his fucking mates, oh, let's promote him. Why is that? Because AFTV, Arsenal, Sky Sports, everything like that want all this, like, you know, let's change the badge. Let's change the mentality of the supporters to agree to this. Like, you know, you look at people going, Arteta, oh, what a manager. Oh, he's such a good manager. Oh my God, what is he? What if George Graham was in charge nowadays? Give George Graham 750 million. Please give George Graham that. What would happen to the club? We'd be winning multiple fucking Champions fucking leagues. Fact.
Not even George Graham, bloody Unai Emery as well.
Let me tell you something. First of all, Warren, I'm going to have to go on 5 minutes because I need to pick the woman up at half time.
All right, mate.
But I'm going to say this to you. David Seaman was interviewed on AFTV during the week. He was asked the question about when he signed for Arsenal. What did he feel? Seaman's response was, I went into Arsenal with George Graham, and the expectation that we had to win trophies was unbelievable. Pressure. There's a man that went into our club with the expectation of winning trophies and titles. Now we're getting players in give them massive amounts of wages with no ambition to win league titles. That's the difference. The club is at an all-time low. We are winning that again this season. And we're going to give this ground another 5-year contract. We have a squad now that's lighter than it was last year. Makes sense of that after spending 800 million. Edu, Arteta, and all the rest of them, Garricade and all the rest of them, are a pack of failures and will be a pack of failures again this season. I'm sick to death of it all. We drew 1-1 with Brighton in the Emirates Stadium, third game of the season. And people think we're going to win the league title. We're out of it by Christmas. Now, mate, I'm going to say a big up to you, Warren, for having me on your show. It's always an honour and a pleasure. But when the woman calls, the woman calls.
Exactly.
Thereby, it's always an honour to share the screen with you. You're a legend. We definitely go to an Arsenal game this season. You get me on the Kai Walsh Gunner. Big up to all the chat. I'm on 310 subscribers. I'm on the road to 400. I can't believe it. Fair play to you all. I'm very saddened that we've had to have this conversation. But from the top to the very bottom, this club is rotten. And that saddens me on more levels than you know or realise. But here we are. I keep on shouting till I get my club back. That's all I can do. Big up to you all. I see you all again, lads. And yeah, Arteta out, Edu out, the whole fucking lot of them out. AFTV out as well. Big up to you all.
Thanks, Carl. Take care, buddy.
Thanks, lads.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Del Boy, do you want to chat out your channel for me?
Yeah, just fucking Del Boy Gunner TV. Thanks for having me on, Warren. Sorry you were late. Just fucking, you know, a few things happened and stuff like that, and I was supposed to do a watch along for the match tomorrow, but unfortunately for the watch along, you know, I can't do it. But tickets came available, Del Boy style. You know, the match has been sold out. Del Boy gets offered 2 tickets. He's not going to refuse them. You know what I mean? So, yeah, well, like, you know, yeah, of course. So we'll have to go now tomorrow to scream at Declan Rice and call him a wanker. Jack Grealish is going to get it as well from Del Boy, and Lee Carsley as well, the cunt, thinking he's a big man. No offense to the English supporters, I'm just talking as an Irish man here. So we'll have to give them a bit of stick, like, you know. Yeah, looking forward to the game now tomorrow, buzzing for it. But look, I'm expecting a loss, to be honest with you, because we're fucking shy. But look, we'll see what happens. I'm just going along for the atmosphere and see what happens. But as I says, I was going to do a watch along. Tickets came available. You're not going to turn them down. Let's do it. You know, but yeah, Warren, as it says, thanks a million for having me on your channel, and I apologise for being late. I'll chat to you later about that, but big up to everyone in the chat. Absolute legends, and the show that you're after putting on, Warren, is absolutely quality. The slides, the videos, everything like that, brilliant. Thanks a million again.
No, you're very welcome, mate, and thank you very much for coming on and for those kind words you said about me and my thoughts about Chippy and what I did and all the rest of it. It means a lot to me, so thank you very, very much.
No, it is like that. It's I have one ambition I need to get done, and it's got to do with you. And I'm not telling you anything about it, but it's got to do with you and Chippy. But leave it with me. That's all I'd say. That's all I'd say. Like, you know what I mean? 100%.
Thank you.
No,
you're a top man.
No, well deserved, mate. Well deserved.
listen, have a great evening, buddy. Enjoy the game tomorrow and give them hell.
I'm doing it. What I'm doing is...
If they play like they did in the Euros, mate, I think you can get a result out of them.
Yeah, you never know. Like, I'll be doing a vlog anyway, and sort of as it happens sort of thing. And then, I'll be doing part 1, part 2, part 3 sort of.
Yeah.
So probably on my way in, so it could be at about 3 or 4 o'clock I'll drop a video. So keep an eye out on it tomorrow. So stuff like that, be interesting. Whenever watch it on Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or whatever.
Be careful, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
I don't trust those fucking animals.
Yeah, I know. Look, I think it should be okay, to be honest with you. But look, we'll see. We'll see.
All right, mate. Look, thanks ever so much, mate. I'm going to play my outro now. So you take care of yourself and have a great time, mate.
Yeah. Take care. Thanks a million, mate. And thanks everyone in the chat.
Cheers. Good night, everyone in the chat. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves. Have a great rest of your evening. And we'll see you all again soon. And thanks all ever so much for all the comments and so on. Take care. Cheers, everyone. Bye for now.
You know what they say? Some things in life are bad. They can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse. When you're chewing on life's gristle, don't grumble, give a whistle. And this'll help things turn out for the best. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life. If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing. When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps. Just purse your lips and whistle, that's the thing. And always look on the bright side of life. Come on. Always look on the right side of life. For life is quite absurd, and death's the final word. You must always face the curtain with a bow. Forget about your scene, give the audience a grin. Enjoy it, it's your last chance anyhow. So always look on the bright side of death. Just before you draw your terminal breath. Life's a piece of shit when you look at it. Life's a laugh and death's a joke, it's true. You'll see it's all a show, keep 'em laughing as you go. Just remember that the last laugh is on you. And always